show is back on.
What's good?
What's good? What's happening, people?
Man,
Jonathan, what's up, fam?
Hey, man, hanging in there, man. I've been wanting to give a job for a minute. You already know.
Look at this guy. Everybody know this cat. Jonathan Jackson is in the house.
Family, what's good? How y'all doing out there?
I see this dude in every fucking live stream, and I've never met him on a live stream or in person. So I said, you know what? Let me reach out to John and see if he wants to jump on tonight.
Good to see you, John.
Good shit, bro. Lon, what's going on down there? You're in your car, aren't you?
Nothing. Just driving.
I want to hear it.
I
want to hear it. I want to hear it.
Put the phone outside. Let me see that out the window.
There it is.
Oh, you can hear it from here.
Okay.
How's it driving, man?
Brandon, what you driving?
Good.
Got a brand new car, bro.
What you driving? What you driving?
Sounds hot.
22 Challenger Scat Pack Shaker.
What?
He just picked it up.
Okay.
Nice.
Okay.
Aesthetic, what's up, bro? This is a buddy of mine. Actually, this is my little sister's ex-boyfriend. Where's he at?
Oh,
what's up?
Dude, you can hear that, dude.
Yeah, those Dodge engines have some power.
Neil,
what's up, Charles? Neil, what's up?
Hey, is this Oh, sorry. Is this echoing and shit? Because I got it on my phone in a holder, so.
Nope, sounds good.
Oh, you're good, bro. Ken,
oh, really?
Oh,
okay.
What's up?
Ken.
I got the volume down.
Nah, you're good. You're good. You're good.
Because it plays through the stereo, so.
I don't hear an echo, not yet, but we should be fine.
Well, let me know.
Mm-hmm. You're good.
I'll be home in a minute anyway, so then I'll get on the regular cam.
Yeah, no worries. What's up,
I
Kenny?
missed the engine. I want to hear it again.
Do it again, Lon.
He's got hang on. Let me get on a better street.
You can just throw it in.
All right, let's see here.
Don't
kill yourself, Lon.
You'll get it. It's a badass looking car.
Oh shit! That's awesome.
It's a beast. So here, I'll show this shit off because it's one of my favorite fucking cars.
How's that?
That's awesome.
Drone photography. What's up? I'm gonna say hi to a couple people in a minute. Look, here's the ride. Let me show you real quick.
Break it in too.
He just had the fucking rims put on there and everything, bro. Look at that beast.
That's a nice ride, dude. I like the red calipers too. They look sharp.
Oh yeah, it's a Scat Pack, man. It comes stock like that. It's sick.
That thing is nasty.
He just put those rims on there a couple days ago. Send it to me. I'm gonna do yesterday. I'll do a review of the car and then I'll send it back to you like a fucking drone.
Yeah, okay. Sure.
All right. Just ship it.
Sure.
Or just drive it down here. Maddie's Dodge World.
Maddie's oh Jesus Christ.
Maddie's Dodge World.
So what's happening?
Dodge World.
Let's say hi to everybody in the chats. We got TJ. What's up, Fruitcake? No, that is not my new ride, bro. If that was my ride, it'd be upside down right now. Michael, Drone and RC Hobby. What's up, man? Kenny, what's up? Charles Galuski, drone photography. Brand Aerials, drone photography said I thought it was a drone show. It kinda. Yeah. No, it is. We're getting there. Itchy Sack FPV, what's up, fam? Lambo
Or
Drive,
is it?
Charles Galuski. It's whatever the hell you want it to be. Reptilian Research, USA Joe America, Neil Camara, Flying Flame Media, Josh Gastetic. My boy. Been a while since I've seen him. John Olson's here. All Things Drone. Hello. Jerry Bauer. Anybody else I missed? I'm sorry. You'll let me know.
JSK, what's good, family?
JSK Enterprise. Leonard.
JSK.
Doc Murdoch. Can't miss Doc, man. Godfather of
Doc's in the chats.
He's here. He's awake.
Yeah.
He's awake.
Wow.
He's not sleeping.
Don't let him get to you, Jonathan, because if he does, you're gonna get to the dark side, bro.
Somebody's gonna get him. Somebody's gonna get him.
You got all of
us. He's getting on it.
I'm telling you, bro.
What's good?
How's the gas mileage on that thing?
Was good.
Not good
3
tonight.
nights ago. Yeah.
Yeah, no shit. So everybody knows the panel. We got Mikey. Ken place it here, there. We got Lon down there driving in the new Scat Pack. Everybody, Jonathan Jackson, his first time on the stream. Everybody say hello, Jonathan.
Hey, Jonathan.
And then we got Tony, Quadcopters and Tech.
What's up?
Tony, what's good, man? Welcome in.
What's Tony?
Thank you all for popping on. And let's start around the room and see how everybody's weekend's going so far, huh? Kenny, I see you down there drinking a beer, buddy. How's your weekend going?
Let's just say I'm gonna try not to talk too much on your panel because I've been drinking way too much already.
We'll talk on the phone. We always do.
We'll cover you.
There ain't nothing wrong with that, though.
I've drank through 2 football games today, so I'm pretty good right now.
You went to see your son in Tampa, right?
No, I'm back home now. I was at a Florida Georgia football game today that I just left and got home from.
So, Maddie, you missed the little live stream we did on Discord, on Quad Master Discord last night.
did.
Dude.
I
It
did.
was pretty good, dude. It was pretty
Remember
good.
I told you I'm not very good with Discord?
Dude, it was good. I like the layouts. It was really good.
Yeah,
Doc was in here.
I've never seen it. So
The only one I've been on was Ken Herron's. He had it was like 50 people in the Discord, all with video and all.
all video chatting?
Yeah.
Yep, I
Yeah.
went on that. It was kind of fun.
Yeah, I remember Ken. I remember seeing you. there.
Was Heron actually on it?
Yeah.
Oh, he was.
Yeah.
You sound disappointed, Matt.
I'm surprised.
Did you hide your kids?
Hide your kids. Hey, speaking of Ken Heron, we got somebody in the back room here. Look at this guy. What in the fuck does he have on? Barkley!
Barkley!
Whoop,
Oh,
whoop.
my God. Happy Halloween, dude.
Happy
Oh, I
Halloween.
love
Oh, dude, you just gave me an idea with that, Barkley.
Look at that.
Awesome.
I'm going to make a little short with
shining.
that flying FPV with that mask
Oh shit! Look at the
Nice.
blinks and
Woof,
everything.
Dude,
woof,
that's
Barkley.
great.
with my LEDs. That's
That
cool,
looks cool,
Barkley.
bro.
I like it.
Now, what does it look like without the lights?
What's up, peeps?
Oh no, put that back on.
Oh,
One of those.
it's good you brought me in because I was sweating in that thing.
Yeah, I bring you in. Oh, I'm not gonna make you sit back there. How you doing, man?
Good, how are you?
Good, good. You get some flying in today?
Yeah, Yeah.
Did you?
and yesterday.
And yesterday.
With Ken?
Today with Ken. Yeah, he's working on a project and I was going to help him out. But yesterday, no, not with Ken.
Yeah, sounds good. Radbeard FPV, what is up? John Coopy.
What
I
up?
don't know if I should hi to Coopy. I may have missed him, but and of course Reptilian. Yeah, Nightbot. Shut the fuck up. Been ripping my 7-inch. Jonathan Jackson.
Talk
How
to
you
me.
been, what have you been up to, brother? What have you been flying lately? Tell the people what you got.
Oh man, we got the Mini 3, the Air 2S, and the Mini 2, of course.
Rocking
I
DJI,
like that
brother.
I like that firmware they did with the RC. It actually has stronger signal now.
With the Air 2S or with which one?
The
The
new
new RC?
it has stronger signal no matter if you got the Air 2S or the.
Oh yeah, they upgraded the signal.
Yeah.
They tightened
Oh,
up
wow,
the signal,
nice.
man. That thing is real good now. It's real good.
Yeah, I heard it's a
Really?
whole different drone with that RC.
Mhm.
Flying it.
Huh.
Yeah, I heard that was part of the process
See,
was
I
the
don't want
upgrading
an
the
update.
signal. But why not?
Because of the remote ID forcing it upon me a year early.
Nah, it's not going to be activated right now.
Yeah, it's
Well, yeah,
activated
that
based
doesn't
on
mean
what
they can't
said.
activate it at any point in time. They now have control.
They're
Yeah,
just
they
implementing.
literally they're putting the firmware in your controller in 2023. They're gonna go ahead.
Yeah.
And connect.
Yeah, because right now there are no actual laws on remote ID implemented
Well,
yet. So,
Right.
I know that. I know that.
But, I mean, I
Which
wouldn't
means
be
they
worried
shouldn't
about
force it upon me now.
Besides, where's it going to send to?
Yeah.
It's not sending anywhere.
Hey, I already got my remote ID module. I already got mine.
Hey, I saw that. I got one in the house.
Has the FAA actually defined what's required on RID yet? Or is it still
No.
not?
no,
No.
nothing.
DJI
nothing
is just
said.
guessing.
Yeah, they did.
They
They did.
they came up with the with like typical regulations, but they haven't actually implemented how the law is going to work. I know they've got sheets of proposals written out about how it's going to go down, but I don't know exactly. I don't think anybody right now knows exactly how it's going to work
Well,
until it actually gets here.
Well, who's going to enforce it?
Bullshit.
Yeah, that's the one thing that everybody's always. Who's going to enforce this shit?
Hi,
You're gonna have guys running around in like patrol cars that say drone police on it.
Yep.
I see.
I see you.
Here, say hi to Lon because she don't care about me. She came to say hi to Lon.
Hi, Abby.
ABG.
There's Lon. You can't even see him. Can't even see him.
ABG.
He's
You
all
probably
blacked
can't
out.
see me because it's dark.
No,
He
can't.
never looked better.
So it's obvious the manufacturers have been working with the FAA because they got on the list, which means that they've been going back and forth with what software or what devices they have transmitting the remote ID. So it has to have been a conversation between the manufacturer.
It's been codified.
Right.
Yeah.
Exactly.
It's been codified. I don't know why everybody thinks it hasn't been codified. It has been codified. That's why people have been ratified to have it. You can't have somebody ratified to have something if it's never been codified.
And they're
You know what I'm
certified
saying?
too now.
Yep.
Yeah, they're certified. How can you be certified if it hasn't been codified? Obviously it's been codified. So DJI's passed. There's 3 or 4 other companies that they're on the list.
I
Right.
got you mustard.
Yeah,
and
yeah.
a plate, too.
Yeah, they're gonna, but we're not required to comply till September or December. of
September 2023.
September.
Yeah.
2023.
They're just putting everything in order. They're getting everything situated. I guarantee you, shit's gonna change in the next year.
Yeah.
Little things will change on implementation with the companies, but for us, it's not something I'm worried about. I mean, shit, it is what it is, bro. What are you gonna do? Stop flying?
No.
Right.
Yeah.
I'm not.
I'm not either.
I'm not. The long and the short of it is that what's in the air, quote unquote, is a delivery system to the public. As far as the applications and who's going to know what and etc. But the manufacturers, the parameters have been set, and some manufacturers are on board and some aren't. It's just that simple. Autel is coming out with a version 3 of the Evo 2, and then I believe the Light Plus and Nano Plus are both already
Remote ID
capable.
compliant. Yeah.
Yep.
They're not compliant yet, but they're capable. And
I figured they
if
would
I'm not
be.
mistaken.
I figured they would. They haven't announced it like DJI did with the list of drones they put out, but I'm gonna assume that.
Well, they haven't been
it's on the
certified.
FAA's list.
No. Yeah.
Yeah, it's on the
That might be-
FAA's list. It has nothing to do with DJI. It's
It's on
FAA.
I know the
Exactly.
HUS is capable.
Yeah.
That might be Skydio's notification November 1st is that they figured that out. From what I understand, that the quads they have now, they can't do a firmware update on it.
Nope.
Last I heard, you had to send it in, and they were going to
Yeah.
charge the users to send the drone in to have it compliant.
Well,
Is that-
mine's sitting on the shelf back here, and if I have to pay
Yep.
more for it, that's where it's going to stay.
Yeah, I don't blame you there. Plus, that drone is in my eyes, I've never owned one. I flew it a little bit in Chicago. I flew Europe.
You flew mine.
It's a one trick. It's meant to do one thing well, and it does it well.
No.
To have remote ID on that, well, not always. Didn't yours just crash?
It crashed last weekend. Yeah.
Yep.
This thing, the beacon, was Velcroed on top of. Wait a minute.
Oh, he had it on top of the Avada. That's right.
Was Velcroed on top of the Avada because I have Velcro on there, so I just stuck the beacon to it. And the whole idea was for it to the Skydio then to follow the the Avada. Nice, Lon. Nice.
He is ripping it out there, bro. He is absolutely ripping it.
And this was Velcroed onto Ken Heron's police car. And Ken, we were on a rural road, and Ken just made a soft turn to the left, and the Avada lost it. Like it, Lon. Like it.
No hit nothing.
Yeah, no shit.
We don't want to hear.
Yeah, that would suck. Brand new full car.
That would definitely suck.
Oh,
But anyway,
I don't want to step on Barkley's story. Barkley, finish your story, and then I got a story for you guys. It's hilarious.
So the Skydio stopped, which it's supposed to do when it loses signal. I had the controller, so I was going to bring it home. And before I could do anything, it just made a beeline into the forest, hit trees, and then crashed down on the ground.
crazy. Well,
Well,
it just goes to show you it's not superior to the rest of the drones when it comes to following, is
right.
it?
No.
Every one of them has their flaws, bro.
Yeah.
Yep.
Well, it was fine until they did the recent update.
Oh, is that what threw it off?
I don't know, but it worked really. I mean, you flew it in Chicago, and it worked well in Chicago. And a couple weekends ago, I was flying with Bob Casey, and we had an issue with it then too. It just wouldn't respond.
Huh. Akirashio Warren just asked, didn't Ken's radio station just have a fire with 2 fire trucks on the scene? Oh, that was a joke. I thought he was serious. I didn't think about the fire trucks. Funny. Big Water. Troy, if you fly a camera drone for the government, you can fly one way or another. Yeah. Well.
Yeah.
Troy,
the DJI will just ground them. You won't be able to take off. Yeah.
I mean, FPV has its side where ask me if I'm going to put a module on one of my FPV quads. I couldn't answer you right now. If it was for 107 work, then probably.
Yeah.
But if I'm at a park like I was today and just flying around and getting stuck in 40-foot fucking palm trees, no.
Do tell.
I had to come home and I was trying to power loop a palm tree and I didn't go over it. I went right into it upside down. Got stuck like 20-something feet high. It was the little one. This little guy.
Did you turtle out or did you turtle out?
I turtled out. I tried to turtle out so many times. When I got down, all 4 of the props were broken into pieces.
Oh.
That's how many times I tried to turtle it out.
Did you climb up the tree and get it?
No, I went to my neighbors because I didn't have it's a palm tree, bro. You know how the stumps are on palm trees. You can't climb them.
Oh, yeah.
My neighbors a lot of my neighbors own lawn services. So one of them had one of them big ass saw looking poles that has the saw on the end of it that you use to cut palm fronds and shit.
Yep.
And he drove me up to the park and we sawed I sawed the whole goddamn palm frond down. I didn't care. I wanted the whole freaking, the limb was like 8 feet long. And I'm like, fuck it. The whole thing's coming.
I'm surprised you didn't cut the whole tree down.
Yeah. Well, there's plenty. We're used to them down here in Florida. There's so many palm trees are everywhere. Palm trees and moss. Moss off trees are really, really bad down here. If you fly FPV in Florida, you know exactly how it works.
There's chiggers in moss.
Yeah, it sucks to get moss in your props too.
Yep. But other than that, yeah, I'm not so good at power looping. That's the moral of the story, I guess.
You see, when Gardo went to Rotor Riot, he hit the moss.
Yep.
And he had a basketball-sized thing of moss, and somewhere inside there was his quad.
Yeah, that's
funny.
I've seen that. Yeah.
The moss is real, man. That shit is real. Speaking of FPV, Jonathan, when are you gonna throw a set of goggles on, bro?
Man, listen, I don't feel like crashing that many times.
Oh, dude.
Yeah, you'll get used to it, John.
It happens.
It's fun to crash.
It is.
Look, ever since I got my drones, I might have crashed them 3 times. I haven't crashed anymore since then. I get in the FPV, I know what's going on.
It's not like crashing a camera drone. You don't cry. It's fun.
Right.
Have you tried it, John?
Back up. You don't cry often.
Unless it's a Nazgul in Chicago and you just arrived and you got a whole weekend in front of you and you crash your drone. You're right, Maddie. Sorry.
Thank you.
And it's the only one you bring.
Maddie ain't coming back.
Yeah,
Maddie ain't coming back.
Fuck Chicago, bro.
I've seen some of them crashes, man. I've seen some of them crashes. Look at them drones. I'd be like, man, listen, it's over.
They're built like that, though, Jonathan. They're built like that, man. That's what these things are meant to do. They're meant to crash.
Look, and look, I watched Mike build one night. Matter of fact, it was the same night you had the music playing, Mike. We couldn't even hear you. We were too busy.
Yeah, I took it off. I heard it. It was terrible. I took it off. I didn't even post it.
Trust me, the music was better.
Yeah.
It was.
Yeah, they're not that bad, though, man. And they sell some pretty badass binding flies these days where all you got to do is just buy the drone, slap a battery on it, and you're out.
Yeah.
Yep. Once you
You
get
just
the
gotta learn.
goggles and the controller, all you got to do is buy binding flies and you're good to go.
Yeah. You never tried it, Jonathan? You never put goggles on or nothing like that? Dude, once you get those on your face, you're going to be like, oh, shit.
Let me tell you what.
Trust me.
Tony, you flying FPV?
I flew my son's POS.
How'd that go?
It was good. I flew it in what are they, standard mode?
Man, and normal.
Yeah, I wasn't gonna
Yeah.
crash
Sport, normal
DJI
sport.
drone,
Lonnie.
But yeah, I loved it.
There's Lonnie.
Next year, hopefully by the spring, I'll have a Avada at least, and then
So
I'll be
what's
collecting
the
parts.
difference? What's the difference in the controls, like from a regular quad to an FPV?
Oh
The-
shit! You'd have to
Oh,
do
God.
it. You'd have to do a simulator to understand that. It's hard to explain, man.
Well, they keep going, right?
Well, it's not really. It's actually very simple to understand. When you push forward on your pitch and roll stick, your right stick to go forward with a DJI drone,
Right.
and you let the stick go, the quad stops.
Right.
With an FPV drone in manual mode, whatever direction you push the stick, that is where the quad is going to keep going until you give it another command.
Yeah. So if you pitch,
Well, if I push it forward-
it's gonna go like this.
If I push the stick like that forward and let it go, the quad is going to keep moving forward
Right.
until I give it another command with the pitch and roll.
I'm gonna
And
slow down, stop. Go. Okay, so the flips. Okay, so if you got one stitch going forward, the other one's left and right. How do you? Because man, y'all be doing some stuff in the air. I'll be like, woo.
it's all
Yeah, left.
it's constant stick commands, constant.
Yeah. Yeah.
That's it. Like the throttle, bro. The throttle. You can fly straight with a DJI drone. With an FPV drone, your left stick, your throttle up
Right.
is actually giving you faster movement forward and
It's
not
an accelerator.
It's an accelerator. It's like a gas pedal.
Okay.
It's not up or down. It's speed. It's an
Yeah.
accelerator.
Yeah, left and right is not the same on a GPS
And,
controller as a FPV. It's
There
different.
is no limit to its axis, to its spin rate. Like if I push the stick to the right and I hold it there,
It's gonna roll.
the quad is just going to keep on fucking rolling until I let the stick go.
Okay.
So
Okay.
it's constant. You cannot fly FPV and be lazy on the sticks or want to let them go at whatever point if you feel like you're getting tired and
Right.
not crash. It's gonna happen.
And you
Dude,
also
some of the
loosen the
best guys-
stick. You loosen the stick.
Yeah. Also, there's no look, see, there's no spring in the throttle.
Spring. Okay.
So
right.
that's all manual, bro. It's all manual flying.
Okay, so what's the most time you can get on the FPV? See, that's my thing. I get in the air, man. Listen, I got 8 batteries for my Air 2S. When I get in the air, I'm in the air for hours. I love to fly. So now,
FPV, you shit on a regular
You're
quad,
not
you're gonna
gonna-
get 4 or
you
5
don't
minutes.
want to fly FPV for a long period of time.
Oh no, you don't want to.
That'll get
You're concentrating all the time. I mean,
That'll
all
wear
the time.
trust me, I would want to. That FPV to me seems like a roller coaster ride. So
You're
I would
like
get
me.
on there,
You're like
man,
me.
and
You
I'd
just
go.
want to jump in the front yard and fucking fly. You just want to fly.
But the
That's it.
moment you take your mind off of it, you're in trouble.
Yep.
Right.
Yeah, it's
You
constant.
get
It's
3-4
just
minutes out of a real quad, and you're good to go. The Avada will go like 12 minutes if you're flying it.
Chris,
And
what's up, buddy?
it's a
Hey,
good
Chris.
Depends on
quad,
it depends on how you fly it. You know.
right.
Yeah. Like you go like a normal 5-inch quad with like a 6S battery. You're gonna get, depending on the battery and your flight style, you're gonna get probably 5 minutes maybe on a 6S battery. The good
And
thing
you're
is with FPV,
concentrating.
these batteries are cheap. They're cheaper than like if you were to buy a DJI battery.
They're like
obviously.
$20 a piece.
Mhm.
Right?
Yeah,
And
you can get them for
focused
shit. You
the
can get them
entire
cheaper sometimes.
time.
Yep.
5 minutes. Woo.
Yeah, but that 5 minutes, bro,
It's
feels
intense.
a lot
5
longer.
minutes.
Yeah, it is.
Yes, it is.
You can do a lot with FPV quad for 5
I'm gonna
minutes.
try it out, man. I'm definitely gonna try. I really wanna try it out before April. Before
There you go.
April.
You're gonna be at the meetup, right?
Man, we talked about it already.
Oh yeah,
no?
we already talked about that. Yeah, you better
Yeah.
fucking be here, bro.
That'd be cool. That'd be good.
Hey,
Actually,
Tammy.
I think everybody on the panel here is going to be there.
Hi, Tammy.
Right.
I'm supposed to be driving
Barkley?
down.
You're
Yeah, I'm
supposed to
gonna
be
be
coming, Tony. Lon, I know you'll be here. Jonathan will be here. Mikey, you and your brother coming, right? Yeah.
Yep.
Kenny,
It'll be a
Ken,
good time.
Ken.
Ah,
Can't answer that.
can't
He
answer
doesn't
it.
know. He doesn't know yet.
Or he could just, we can be in a Hooters parking lot in Chicago and the fucking guy just drives up on you.
Yeah,
Don't even-
I
I
show
didn't
up right when you crash your drone. I'm like, hey, Maddie. And you're like, fuck you, Ken. I'm like, really?
Yeah, I was not happy to see you at all. Yeah, Joe Fodoleo will be there. Who in the chat's going to the South Florida drone meetup? Anybody heard of it? I think Ray gets it out there. No matter where
does,
he goes.
yeah.
Oh, he gets it out there, bro. It doesn't matter where he's at. Here, actually, I'll
He's
throw it
the
up there right
drone
now.
meetup plug-in
Bam.
machine.
He is. He is a machine, bro. When it comes, we got like 50-something people on the list already, I believe.
Yeah, we're pushing
course.
60. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, but last year, we didn't have 100 people on the list, and we had 100 people there showed up. A lot of people came in that weren't planning on being there. Some people, there were locals there. We got a little bit of everybody, really.
Now you guys got it for April 1st.
April 1st, it's a Saturday.
Right. So when are y'all going to tell everybody it's just a joke and it's not really going to happen?
When they pay the hotel with the credit card, go, oh, by the way.
We're gonna wait till they get to the hotel, and then I'm gonna say, it's in Miami.
Yeah, I thought of that also.
Nah, we were gonna move it farther south. But when Ray and Johnny talked about it, that place we were at this past year was pretty fucking fun. And who was there? Was anybody there? No, none of you guys were there.
That was a good place, though.
It was fun, and for flying, I'm in charge of the FPV side of it, and even on that side of it, there was no problems whatsoever. People flying over water, chasing boats, doing whatever. Smart. Yeah, it was a lot of fun for both sides. So we decided to do it in the same spot again this year.
Matty, Ariel Liquid's asking if there's any meetups in the Northeast.
Oh, where's Michigan? Where's
Michigan's not in the Northeast.
No, Michigan's Midwest.
Yeah, Midwest. Midwest. Yeah, it's across the lake.
Doesn't Mark Fisher do one?
Mark Fisher, I think, is doing one next year. I
think he is.
Rhode Island drone meetup group.
Is that gonna be in the summer?
That's your Facebook page.
Oh, you don't want to be there in the winter. The coast is pretty rough.
Yeah. I know next year is also going to be, there's going to be a spin up next year.
Yes.
As well, which I will not miss. The
Me
last one
neither. It was awesome.
I had so much fucking fun in Texas.
That was
that
a good
meetup.
time.
We were here. We were there together, and I didn't know him at the time, so I didn't even know who he was at spin up. And then
nobody knew me. Nobody moved. I went there with my son, and it was actually our first meetup ever. We weren't really. My son didn't have a drone, and I had just a couple, and I wasn't really into it. So my son lives in Austin, so I was just like, great excuse to go see my kid, and then we'll go to this meetup and do something fun. And we both liked it. Of course, we were both sitting there when they had the raffle saying this stay-up thing is rigged. Everyone's buddies winning everything.
Yeah, right.
But that's when I decided to really, really fly.
Barkley, I didn't realize you were at Spin Up.
What the fuck is
how did you like spin up? Me and Lon, me and you talked about this a few times.
What?
Besides
spin up?
Like yeah. Like the corporate in the building type showcase situation. What'd you think? Did you enjoy yourself like being there and
Look at Lon's face.
He's not so much for sitting in a building and listening to people talk. Like I was kind of the same way.
I spoke to Lon when I was there.
I wasn't into the whole corporate thing.
I did. No. You don't remember?
What? That you talked to me?
Yeah.
Yeah, I did. I wrote it down in my fucking journal. Yeah. No. Oh my dear diary, Barkley talked to me today.
I was sitting right next to you, asshole.
You guys were together. You guys were sitting next to each other in the back.
Ken was on the left and you were on the right.
You guys
Ken Dono was right across the aisle from me.
Oh, you were on the right. You were on the other side. You were on
I was on the left side. Yeah,
I was on the left side too. I was up in the front with I was with Mike, Sergio, and Johnny, Drone Flyer. But it was cool. It was nice meeting. Like, you know what was fun was the beer joint the night before. That was fun.
Friday night.
Meet all the people. Like we sat there and talked. I was with me, Lon, Ken, and Aldrin. We sat there. They sat there and talked for like 45 minutes. The dude is the most down to earth.
Who, Flight Path?
Yeah.
He's
he's cool as shit. Like, for somebody like me that doesn't have many subscribers, and you meet somebody like him that you've been watching for years, it's like a starstruck type of thing, right?
Kelly Shores was, I met him for the first time when we were there, and he was real down to earth too. He was real
Yep.
easy to talk to.
Who?
What do you guys
Kelly.
expect?
Kelly Shores.
Oh, Kelly. Yeah.
What do you guys expect from guys with like 100,000 subs? Like they're going to be like rock stars or something like that?
Absolutely, Lon.
It's
It is
YouTube,
only
man.
YouTube. It is only
It's
YouTube.
YouTube,
Yep.
man.
I've had that
Yeah,
conversation. with quite
They're
a
all
few
like
people
you
on
and
this
I.
channel.
They're all normal people like you and I, guys.
They all got
Yeah.
day jobs and shit.
Yep.
Went
Yeah,
out to dinner with Ken Herron.
everybody's
He
living
didn't
on
even
No,
offer-
YouTube.
you're right.
Went out to dinner with Ken Herron. He didn't even offer to pay.
Can't hear
No, yes and no.
Uh-oh.
Yes and no.
it. Yeah.
No. Like when we did the Route 66 thing, we all just took turns. We didn't care, what the
Yeah.
meal was.
Right.
And then if I'm helping him out on a project, he'll buy lunch. Or like today, I bought lunch because he was helping me out on a project. So yes and no.
Yeah.
Hmm.
I met him once. I met him at Spin Up. Said hi to him. Never talked to him again. Busy guy.
Yeah, me and Ken aren't exactly tight, so.
Nope. we didn't know that.
Really? I didn't know that.
No idea.
Yeah, I threatened to knock his. I threatened to knock him the fuck out, man. Last time I seen him. Yeah, he kept fucking around. I almost got up and knocked
And then
him out.
the ones that need to be knocked out, you don't say a fucking word to.
Who?
Right.
South Florida drone meetup. We had well, actually, no. Maybe you
Oh,
did
what's
say
his
something.
name?
I know who
Yeah,
you're
I
talking
said
about.
something to
You
him.
did. Yeah, you did. That's
Yeah,
right.
I said something
Okay.
to him. Dude, I ain't scared of
Dickhead.
nobody. Dude, he walked up. Hey, can I check out your drone? Go, fuck no, you can't check out anything I own. Fuck away. Dude, no, go away.
Oh boy.
It was just some guy out of the blue.
No.
No, it was
Damn.
No, we know who it
Shit.
is. Yeah.
Oh,
yeah,
okay.
Yeah.
I could say his name. I got nothing.
No names.
I don't give a
Yeah,
fuck.
yeah. No, I made a deal, man. I ain't gonna talk about him.
Yeah.
You know,
He made the
so.
same deal with others.
Bob
then-
Casey.
then
What's up,
didn't-
brother?
Didn't stick
Hey,
with it.
Bob.
Hey, we
Brother
did have a
Bob.
police
Oh.
call on us today.
Who?
On us. Police came out while we were watching a football game in the backyard. Neighbor 3 doors down said we were being too loud at 6 o'clock in the afternoon.
Oh, I would have whipped the
Police.
FPV drones out, bro. Fuck that. I would have whipped out an FPV drone and started ripping. Yep.
What'd the cops say?
Nothing.
happened?
They just stopped by and just said, "Continue on. Have a nice day." That was
Yeah.
all.
No, the cop said, you know what? I've been out of work for a year, so things have changed.
Yeah, thanks. That guy.
Oh,
Yeah,
man.
I've been out
Yeah.
for a year, so some shit may have changed.
So
Yeah,
let me
no,
get with my
it's-
sergeant. Let me see, and I'll be right
Right.
back.
I don't think you could. Never mind. I'll be quiet.
Yeah, I think we all did that. Write a ticket for what? Oh, never mind. I'm just gonna shut
That
up.
was the first thing you said.
He came up
Maddie.
and said he was gonna write tickets. I said, for
Right.
what? And then I stopped. I walked away. I said, fuck that. Let Barkley handle that shit.
Well, I wasn't going to do anything until you said, "For what?" I was like, "Uh-oh. Uh-oh."
Insurance.
Wrong way to approach a cop.
Barkley, I was impressed that day. You literally
Yep, you
took
saved the day,
control
bro.
of the situation and said, "Hang on,
Professionally, too.
let me. I
Yeah.
got this."
Because
No,
we
thank you,
could've-
thank you, thank you.
he had the authority to pack us up without a
Yeah,
doubt.
he did.
And
Oh, yeah,
he
he
had
did.
to because
Yeah.
of
we had
Barkley.
we had what 30 people there.
Oh,
the time.
no, we had to have. Remember,
We had like 42, I think.
well, we had to have what 20 or an under, and people
No,
were
it's
coming.
25 and
people-
under to
right.
not have a permit.
Right, and we were just people were coming and going, and at that
Yeah,
time we were like 23 or something like that,
Right.
and so he waved that off. But to be fair, two things happened. Number one, when he said pack up all your stuff and get out, we just set up. I was sitting there going, I am not packing up all my crap
Yeah.
and moving out.
We had
No,
the tents and
yeah.
just there was a lot of shit set up.
And number two is when you're old like me, they tend to listen.
Yeah.
That's true.
Gray hair has a benefit.
Yeah, you look like somebody in office.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, when you look like me, it goes just the opposite direction.
But
He said,
Barkley, I was surprised how receptive that police officer was when you were speaking.
Especially
We were
the way
lucky.
he,
We were
He
lucky.
could have chosen a different tone of voice
100%.
towards
Yeah.
you
Oh,
when,
yeah, for
when
sure.
you were speaking to
Well,
him.
look
and
at the way it was
he
when he
chose
walked
to
up.
respect it. So that was cool on his part.
When he
Yeah,
first
absolutely
walked
sure.
up, he
Yeah.
was the first thing he said was, "I want to see permits and registrations and
insurance.
or I'm going to start
Yeah.
writing tickets."
Insurance
He-
for what though?
But
He
you,
was
but you
saying
have to
his shit.
understand, a police officer's training is that they control the situation when they show up.
Right.
He was by himself.
So he's walking into a group of 20-something people. He's clearly outmanned,
Yeah.
Mhm.
and so he has to take control of it so that nothing happens.
Yeah.
That's his thing. He doesn't want to get hurt. We don't know why he was out for a year.
Yep.
You know, he may have been hurt somewhere else.
Well,
So-
Chicago.
If you understand their training, which he was following to the letter,
Yeah. Yeah.
and when I saw what he was doing, it was very easy just to say, as I approached him, I just said, you know the rules that you're here to enforce. We believe we have rules as well. Can we share it so we can learn from each other? And thankfully he said yes.
Yeah.
Right.
And he accepted it
Yes.
very
It
professionally
could
as
have
well.
been taken as a challenge, but he didn't take it that way. Thank goodness.
No.
Yeah.
Right.
Well,
He could have been.
that's-
He could have been a dick. He could
Well,
have been a dick. Like
you
I don't want to.
Well,
You don't want to walk up to a cop and say, "Fuck you! You can't give me a ticket."
Yeah, he would have.
well,
No,
you could
no,
be getting a
no,
reckless endangerment ticket.
There you go. Reckless.
And-
endangerment.
Bingo!
Making things worse.
You
Making
get a
things
reckless
worse.
That was a
endangerment
good move.
ticket.
That was a good move right there from Barkley because a lot of cops already know that they don't know the rules. So
Right.
for
Well, they can't know
somebody
them
to
all.
actually- Yes, for somebody to actually want to sit there and say, "Listen, rather than argue with you, let me explain or show you." So that works on both favors. That was a
Yeah,
good move.
absolutely. It was
Well,
a perfect way to
and
handle
something
it.
for something everyone has their 107. They have the permit. Something. What happened was he asked for ID.
Mhm.
He wanted our driver's license, you know, and I presented him with the 107,
Okay.
and I think that stepped him back because he's looking at something now that says United States of America, Department of Transportation, Federal Aviation Administration.
Right.
And
You
he
know
probably
that's,
just
you know
went,
that's official. It's
He's
official.
probably
Yes.
what is going on here? You know,
Yeah.
and
Yeah.
it set him back. So when I said,
Yeah.
"Can we discuss this?" He was like, "Yeah, sure."
So Barkley, you took control of the situation at that point, and he lost it.
Yep.
That's exactly.
Well,
what
no.
happened.
We shared it.
He walked
Information,
away.
yeah.
Fair
You
enough.
could
We
tell
shared.
he appreciated the education. You could tell he
He did.
appreciated it when
Right.
he walked away.
Right.
And he had to win. You know, we had to concede a little bit, so he had to win, and we had to win,
Right.
and we were
Yeah.
all happy, and it ended very
Yeah.
well. That's all.
We just had to move the gates. That's it.
We
That's
moved
right.
the gates off the
That's
field
right.
and put them on.
Yeah,
TV,
but
AMA
honestly,
field.
we weren't supposed to be, after he left, we were supposed to be only flying in that area where we moved the gates to. But none
We
of us,
couldn't.
We're not
We
members.
couldn't. We're not members of that. That's a whole.
Right.
Yeah.
I know, but none of us moved, and we all took off from where we were. And
Right.
we were flying in airspace to get over to where the gates were the whole time, which is
Correct.
not necessarily what we agreed to, but we did
It
it.
worked. It worked.
Yeah.
It worked out. It worked.
It also
out.
didn't hurt that the party down the road in the next, lot, they were flying a drone as well.
Mm-hmm.
That's right.
Well, the bottom line is that you allowed him to keep his balls. See, the problem with
Right.
people is that they come in
Yeah.
and they want to take your balls, right?
Right.
Yep.
Now we got a confrontation,
Right.
okay? But
Right.
you came in and you let him retain his manhood,
Right.
You shrunk his
without
balls.
emasculating him, without emasculating him. That's
Well,
the problem that people have.
He
know,
still
they wanna-
represents
yeah.
the law. He's still an officer of the court. And
Yeah.
Right.
like lawyers are officers of the court. And he had the authority. Kenny was right. He had the authority to throw us out.
Yeah.
So when we just talked about, and he learned that we weren't there with nefarious intent. We weren't a bunch of
Right.
kids terrorizing the neighborhood.
Right.
So once he realized that we're adults, we're
And
professionals,
dorks.
we had and nerds, and we have
Bunch
the
of dorks.
107s, and he realized, oh, these guys are pros.
Mhm.
It changed the dynamic, and thankfully he, as Mikey said, he was open to listening to what we had to say.
Mhm.
So yeah, it just went well. That's all. We were fortunate, and it was a
Yeah.
great day. It was a great
Worked
day.
out well.
It was. It's a good meetup.
in our
Yeah,
story.
people
hasn't
crashing.
changed.
Now, where was
We,
this?
we gave away drones to a bunch of kids too. We gave a bunch of drones away. We had extra drones that we were giving away. Nobody took, and we went to
Yeah,
give
there
them
was-
away to the kids.
There was a party across the street. That was cool.
Good, cool.
That was fun meeting Jack and Chris from Half Chrome. Pretty cool dudes.
Yeah, and
Yeah,
Jake,
really.
Jake
Jake
came
Sloan,
too.
bro. Jake Sloan could rip. I was doing a ride along with him. He was flying his 7-inch, and I had the goggles on doing a ride along, and fucker was doing 90 miles an hour across that freaking field, bro, with a 7-inch. I was like, holy shit.
Well, don't forget, he's used to thin air. He's probably down at our level going, "Oh, baby, this is easy."
Oh yeah, absolutely. But it was a lot of fun. Can't wait to do it again. That's what I'm saying. If whoever has not had a, if you've never been to a meetup, I'll tell you one thing right now. The South Florida Drone meetup this past April was fucking overwhelming because of the amount of people. More or less because I was working it at the same time as enjoying it, but it was overwhelming. A lot of people, one area, these guys on YouTube and shit, and you meet them for the first time in person, and it becomes like a big ass fucking reunion. It's a lot of fun for anybody that's never been to a meetup. You need to go. You need to the South Florida one to be specific. And then next year also, Mike, when is
Quad Mafia Quad Mafia PV Palooza 23 August 4th, 5th, and 6th at Eagle River, Wisconsin. Campgrounds, all that good stuff. Troy will put it in here. We're doing it in Wisconsin.
Y'all gonna get tramp stamps. Y'all gonna get tramp stamps if you go.
Yeah, so, you have to get a tramp stamp. Yeah.
You have to get tattoos.
Hey, I grew up in Eagle River. It's awesome. We used to have a place. I was telling Troy this. We used to have our summer home in Land O'Lakes, which is just north of Eagle River. And if you had to go grocery shopping or something, you had to go to Eagle River. And oh man, I spent 30 years there, and it's a beautiful place. I miss it.
It is. And then next year we'll probably after this one, next year's, we're gonna travel with it. So we're gonna go to the next members town, state. Maybe Florida, maybe Maddie's next, or New York, where Max is at.
Yeah, we're gonna travel somewhere where one of the other members are. Well, we're doing the South Florida one down here, an hour and a half from Matt, so there's no reason to come down here again.
Yeah, I'd do New York.
Yeah, New York would be fun.
That would do Florida 2 times in 1 year.
Yeah, I agree.
So what group is this?
This is the Quad Mafia group we have. Yeah. Something we started. What was it? A couple years ago.
Nice.
Was it?
Yeah.
I don't know when it was. Just something a little group we started. It was me, Mike, Sergio, Doc Murdoch,
Sammy,
and Sam Burns, Itchy Sack.
Yeah, Smooth Balls Burns.
Smooth Balls Burns. Still,
it's a great name.
It is an awesome name, Itchy Sack Productions. But we started.
He's always shaving. That's why.
And we came up with a name because what we were planning on doing. We were planning on going to Spin Up with Quad Mafia shirts and shit, and this little group thing we were going to show up at Spin Up with, but it ended up falling through. That didn't happen, but it just started from there, and then all of a sudden, just became it grew into a pretty.
Yeah, we could do California, Sammy.
No, you guys. Okay, what month are you talking?
San Diego,
August here.
Near Mexico.
You guys have to keep. You have to keep in mind when you're doing it, and you're talking August, right? Okay, fuck Florida in August. Okay, right off the bat, fuck Florida in August. Are you gonna?
No, we won't do it. No, we'll pick different dates.
And Phoenix. Forget Phoenix. Forget
fucking Arizona.
Forget Phoenix
fuck
the whole year.
Fuck Nevada.
Yeah.
Fuck Las Vegas.
But it's too windy. It's too windy there.
Southern California. Southern California. Fuck you.
Lon says, "Come to Michigan."
Hey, the Catskills are good.
New York is good. Michigan,
the Catskills are really good. Max is up in the
something
Catskills, so
yeah,
I'm over here
like
too.
Yeah, but Florida in August? Nope. Nope.
Yeah, you don't want to come down here in August. Trust me, it's no fun.
Fuck no.
But see, now here's another thing. We have no idea when Kelly's throwing Spin Up next year. Nobody knows that yet.
I don't think he does either. I think he does
either.
A place. Yeah, he needs a venue.
Yeah.
Yep.
I'm sure he's working on it.
Oh, I'm sure. Yeah.
See, he hosted it where he worked, didn't he, in the past?
Yeah, in Austin. Yeah.
Yeah, his
Yeah,
place.
last
Yeah.
last year it was at some corporate. What was that? Like a hotel?
Year before last, it was some venue.
I think it's like a
year
like
before
a
last. Yeah,
Park District building or something
yeah,
like that.
something like
Right.
that.
And then the year before
He did it in his office.
in his
Before.
office.
Yeah, because it was COVID, so nobody.
Oh
was
yeah,
there.
that's right.
It was
That's right.
virtual, so he did it in his
And,
office.
yeah, and
Bono was
Dobo
there
had
with his
with
fucking
his
pet,
puppet,
with his puppet.
drinking beer and stuff.
He was
He popped
auditioning
his
his
eye
puppet.
out,
Yeah.
huh?
Yeah.
Did Dono knock his eye out?
Yeah, he punched him in the face.
Yeah. I remember
But
that. And the
A
first
meetup
one
in
was
New
outside,
Mexico would
wasn't
be
it?
good though.
Yeah, the
It's
first one
beautiful there.
was. The first one was outside, I believe. It was at a stadium, I think. I think
Every
it was at
picture
some
I
sort of-
saw, it was outside.
I think it was at some sort of like I think was it the first year or the second year they did it at like a soccer stadium or a
Yeah, it
football
was
or
an
baseball
athletic-
stadium or some shit.
Athletic area, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, spin up is fun, man. I enjoyed myself at Texas, man, with everybody. It was fun.
It was my first time being in Texas. It was the drive sucked. I'll never do
Anybody
that
go to
again.
Spin Down?
Did not.
The one that was
Fucking
in Denver?
minds, man.
Mike,
Billy-
we got to
Billy's
meet
bad.
Greg Harley FPV.
Oh yeah,
Yeah.
yeah.
Yeah, he's a
He
trip.
took time
Oh,
off
my
from stripping.
Oh my God, Greg! Greg never wants to stop flying, dude.
No, that's
Oh,
we got back to the hotel midnight, 1 o'clock in the morning.
Yeah, I followed you there.
He's ripping out his quads out of the back of his car and flying around the hotel at 2 o'clock in the morning.
Yeah, and then we were in our rooms, and he's like, "Hey, bro, man, dude, I feel like ripping, man. Let's go rip out in the parking lot or something, dude." Like, dude, it's late, man. It's like almost 3 a.m, dude. He's like, I'm gonna go out and rip a little bit, and then I'm gonna go back to bed.
He was awesome.
Tanya Gale asked, "What is spin up?" Tanya Marcus was there last year. It's in Texas. Kelly Shores from Ready Set Drone throws a drone meetup he did every year, and he does it in Texas, usually the Austin area. Last year he had how many people did he have last year? The year before last? Anybody remember?
Year before last, he had a lot.
Yeah,
a couple
quite a
hundred
few.
people, I bet. Yeah,
Was it?
Maybe, yeah, maybe.
Yeah.
I can't remember how many. It was a lot though.
Isn't that where Ray
It's a
Kelly got his
symposium.
Mavic 3?
Mhm.
Yes. Yeah, Ray won the Mavic 3.
That dog.
Bastard. I was so happy
Dog.
for him, and I wanted to throw a bottle at him at the same time.
I was pissed. I was
like-
pissed.
You know what I wanted at that time though? Kelly was giving away either it was a combo. It was either the Air 2S, which I had already had, or the DJI FPV drone. That's what I wanted, was that DJI FPV drone at that time. And whatever, it happens. Shit happens.
Ray loves that drone too.
You think?
Yeah, he'll pick it up and then he pets it.
He pets it like my precious.
Pets
Seriously.
I was surprised. Ray drove 3.5 hours to come out to our New Jersey meetup 3 weeks ago.
Oh yeah,
you guys had a pretty successful meetup.
Yeah, it was a lot of fun.
Yeah, I seen it.
A good bunch of the New York 5 boroughs
Yeah.
drone pilots came out. Xavier Drone X Factor came. Yeah, we had a lot of fun. It was good.
Your son flies FPV, right?
Yeah, so so he got his FPV and I was heading down to his house and I said, "Listen, I'm flying that when I get there." Because I never put goggles on and I have vertigo. So I wanted to see if I would be able to fly it at least in normal mode or sport mode. Because I can't do twists, so that I know. I can't. If I flipped the thing around, I could probably do a power loop, once I learn. But
Stay away from palm trees.
right, but if I do corkscrews or something like that, I'm done. I learned that at the amusement park. But
What happens? What happens?
I get dizzy, nauseous, and then I'm out for like 2 hours. I just lay on the ground.
Yeah.
See, I believe that when you ride along with someone and you don't know when they're going to do a power loop or a flip,
It's worse.
right? But if you're controlling the drone and you're getting ready to do it, you won't get vertigo.
You're telling your mind. Your mind's already getting ready to know what you're doing. Yeah, I used to be like that.
Were you sitting down or standing up when you flew, Tony?
I was sitting down and I did make I learned something. When you're in the goggles, don't turn your head when someone's talking to look, because your vision doesn't go with you when you turn.
Yep.
Like, you know what I mean? You're not seeing you're seeing something completely different. And
So you're
that
pulling a
slightly
Stevie
messes you
Wonder.
up. Yeah. Yeah.
It's fun watching people when they go like a fly along and you watch them
Right,
going. They're
Yeah.
they're
Good night, Neil.
yeah.
The December
Good night, Neil.
26th meetup
Hi, Mark.
down at in Ocean City. That's another Ken Heron meetup. He grabs people at the boardwalk. Hey, you want to fly with me?
Hey, Chris.
And he
Chris.
puts those goggles on, and I see him do it in his videos too. But they love it. They love it. I haven't
Dobo.
seen one person who didn't enjoy it completely.
Yeah.
And he was diving buildings, and it was a lot of fun. So I
That's
might
right.
I might go for a ride along night next time too.
Hey, now that COVID's over,
Cool.
Good night. Good night, TJ.
yeah,
Night,
now that
TJ.
the COVID's,
Night,
the
TJ.
COVID's basically
All right,
over.
TJ.
Yeah.
Yeah, TJ. Okay, now that COVID's mostly over, a little business idea that I had. If you have a smart controller, you could give like little tours with a drone, and if you have goggles set up, and you can run it on a splitter, and have like 3 or 4 people,
Oh wow.
sit down with goggles on, and you could fly them around town.
Yeah.
Like taking a helicopter tour, but on the cheap. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
A business
Yeah,
idea
yeah,
or
yeah.
a way to convert people away from hating drones to going, that's really cool.
Right.
I want one.
Yeah.
I forgot who it was, but somebody was doing videos where they went to senior homes where the people couldn't get out of the chairs, they couldn't move.
Mhm.
And so they were out on the front porch and they put the goggles on them and they took them for a ride and they loved it. It was the first time they felt free like that for, who knows how long.
Yeah, that's pretty cool.
Wow.
That-
Invalid homes too, like
Yeah.
veteran homes and stuff like
Yeah.
that.
Yeah. It gives them a sense of freedom.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I'll give you something, you fruit cup.
Y'all, you guys, you want me to send Ken the link and you two can jump on and we'll get out of here and you guys can.
Yo, whoa, what's good,
You can
family?
send Ken the link. I doubt he'll come on though. He's probably at the studio though.
So, Lon, what's your funny story?
Oh, yeah. So I'm on my way to work this morning, right?
Yeah.
Flying, right? And all of a sudden, it was dark. Something goes over my windshield. I go, huh? I wonder what that was. I thought maybe it was like a garbage bag or a shopping bag or some leaves or something like that. I get to work and I pull in and my hood is covered in blood. I mean, just blood everywhere. I'm like, what the? Look real close, feathers in my grill, just like some bird just exploded.
It's a
There's
new
like
hood
a hole
ornament.
like this big in my grill. There's a hole about this big in my
Oh,
grill.
no.
Yeah.
Oh man.
Yeah.
Talking
Some
about the car
bird
you just got?
Yeah. Car I was just driving.
Oh, that sucks.
It's like $100. It's not that big of a deal, but it was like I'm just glad it didn't hit the radiator or nothing like that. That's what
Oh,
I
yeah,
was
yeah.
about.
That would have
Yeah.
sucked.
Yeah. So I might get a new grill piece, or I might even buy one of those stainless steel ones. They sell like stainless steel ones. I might do something like that so we don't have a repeat of that.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
What are the odds, though?
Yeah. Pulled
Yeah, really,
chicken.
because I've had 2 other ones and I've never had that happen. So, although
Actually,
I
the
did
guy
have
to ask would be
86,
Kenny. Kenny, what are the odds of that?
pretty low.
Is he there? Kenny.
He's
Like,
Googling that shit.
He's googling it. Well, I did it in '86 as well, or '87. I had a Daytona and I hit a bird, and I didn't investigate like I did today, and I learned my lesson. I'll never forget it because like a few days later, what is that smell? Holy shit. You turn on the AC and it's like death is being blown in your face. You're like, what the fuck? Open the hood and that bird had been decomposing under my hood, and it was going in the vent. The vent intake there.
Mhm.
Yeah, it was like right into the cab. I'm like, holy shit. Dude, I was out there with Lysol, Pine Sol, your Sol, their Sol.
We used to do that shit with fish down here. You piss us off.
Throw fish under people's hoods?
Hell, no, not in the hood, in the back seat, bro.
On the back seat.
Mm-hmm.
Or you get angry with somebody, you just throw it in?
That's some
No,
Italian
like-
shit.
Like
man.
friends or family member or something. Like my brother pissed me off. We'd be out fishing and I'd chuck a sardine or some shit under his back seat. Wouldn't know it was there till days later. Nastiest thing you can smell.
Damn.
Don't fuck with a fisherman, bro.
Dude, they wouldn't find you. They'd never find you, dude.
We got Everglades. We got
Never find
Everglades
you.
down here. There's plenty of areas.
Yeah, they would
to hide.
never find you.
He's with Jimmy Hoffa.
I would lose it, dude. I
Everglades
can't
are
even
big.
imagine the reaction.
So, hey,
man.
Tony, I was gonna ask you. You got any video of that meetup that you did? Besides race?
It's on my YouTube channel.
We'll have to play it. You want to play some of it?
Yeah, it's up to you.
I like meetup videos, bro. They're fun.
Mm-hmm.
Let's pull it up. Until then, Buckley, what kind of flying did you do today? Just bullshitting around, or?
Well, today was Ken's project. So I don't disclose, some.
Oh
projects
yeah.
we're working
He
on.
does.
But if somebody asks me for help on a project, I don't talk.
I
You can respect that.
Of course.
But yeah. I was just flying around doing a project for me. You probably noticed I don't post videos. It's because I am. Wait, I gotta read this. Okay.
That's my buddy Josh down. That is my little sister's ex-boyfriend from years back. He used to live down here. He lives up north now. Yeah,
Cool.
he used to work with me in the shop, and we did some stupid shit. Putting a lit cigarette in a top pocket with a bunch of cash in it. Yeah.
Yeah. Talk about burning through cash.
Talk about burning through cash. Talk about burning through cash. Oh,
No, there he is.
There's the wanker.
There he is.
Wanker.
Whoa.
What's up?
Hey,
What up, Ken?
What's going on?
Drinking Modelo.
Yeah.
Cheers.
I'm on that Modelo patch.
There you
Yeah,
go.
buddy.
Modelo.
Ken, you like that shit too, don't you?
Yeah,
House power?
I love that stuff.
I love
too.
Modelo.
Bro, you
Modelo's
remember-
good.
Yeah, you left some in my house that last time you were down here.
Yes,
I
I
ended up
did.
drinking. It was all right.
Modelo's cheap. It's cheap.
It is.
And it's good, yeah. Ken got me started on Modelo.
I'm
Right.
on a diet, so I'm doing Premier right now.
Oh, Premier. Okay.
I can't do
That's
that.
that's that fancy stuff.
Oh,
Yeah, they use the very best urine to make that. Nothing but the top donkey piss.
Yep.
Goes into
He's
that.
hating on Corona.
I can't do
Corona's good
Corona.
stuff.
I can't do it. Even with the fucking lime wedged in.
I
the
can
bottle,
do
can't it.
I can do
I
Corona.
love Corona.
I'll do Corona with lime, with a little bit of lime
Yeah.
or lime
Yeah.
juice. It's good to go. Good to go.
Oh,
It's good
man.
in margaritas.
Yeah.
Use nothing but the finest donkey piss, senor.
Oh.
So what do you got? What do you got going on down there, Ken? We're up
No,
there.
man, I'm in here. I'm trying to get caught up on Prince, man. I'm trying to run
Told ya.
trying to get a schedule going because like it's not really conducive to keep printers running like 24/7. So we're trying to run like print days, like days
You
we're gonna
guys
have
are-
them on.
Yeah.
pushing out a ton
Fucking
of work,
crazy.
man.
Yeah, you're rocking
On.
it, Ken.
I was down in Tampa today.
Oh yeah.
I was. I was down there last night. I took my
Okay.
son out to dinner and then drove back home today.
Okay, it's a good little ride actually. It's like 3.5, 4 hours just about.
Yeah, I live in St. Augustine, so yeah.
Okay,
St. Augustine.
that's a ride.
I used to
man.
go
That's a
there
ride.
all the time.
There's a
Ripley's
great
Believe
pizza
It or Not
joint in St.
Museum.
Augustine.
Yeah, the Ripley's Believe It or Not museums in St. Augustine, right?
I've never been
No,
there.
it's Orlando, Lon. That's in Orlando.
No.
Super deluxe.
No,
What's
there's
up, brother?
Augustine.
There's a
Can't-
Ripley's in
St.
Orlando.
Ken, you got to.
Well, there might be a Ripley's in hell, but there's the main ones in
Print me
St.
one.
Augustine, right?
Yeah, let me get right on that. I'll tell you, be ready and it'll probably
its
be ready
way.
before the Cybertruck be ready.
Oh.
Ken, you were saying you're using the 3D printers. Do you find it amazing the duty cycle of those things? They just keep going.
I mean, I'm on that Amazon plan where if one breaks, I'm going to send it back to them, and no matter the time frame, I'm gonna make them warranty it out. No, but I put the Assurion plan on all of them because if you break one, they're just like, hey, yeah, we'll send you another one. So
Yeah.
it definitely pays to have that at least for like 3 years. When it gets close to that time frame, I just cycle them out and get another one.
Have
for
you
them.
had many go bad?
I had one or two like go back to back. Like I was like,
Right.
man, what is going on? Like, and you don't want to believe it's bad, but they're just really, there's something wrong with the board. And you just
Yeah.
gotta get rid of it. It won't calibrate. So
I
it
have a drawer
happens.
full
Though.
of parts.
Yeah, I ended up getting rid of like all my Creality machines. Like all my Enders are gone. I got rid of all of them. It's just there's too much fuckery with Enders, and I just trust Artillery a lot more as of right now. They're just like little workhorses.
Good.
Bro, I don't know how.
What'd you do with the Enders?
the 3D print.
I repurposed one. Well, the two enders I have, they're not really enders anymore. I've like they're just totally different now. Everything from boards to extruders. They're some Frankenstein deal. It's like a Voron right now, I guess.
Yeah, I never even turned mine on before I modified it. I bought it.
I think
took
that's
it out
a lot
the
of
box
people.
and modified it.
Yeah, it's like quads, man. You just sort of modify them. That's the same thing with 3D printers.
Yeah.
Same
like
shit.
a Harley.
Yep.
Exactly.
Harley.
Speaking of quads, you recently built a Demibot.
Mm-hmm.
How's that working out?
It's working out,
dude. That frame's pretty badass.
It's pretty badass. It's pretty awesome.
Really thick.
Yeah, it's like this thick, isn't it?
Yep.
Yeah,
it's like
6.25 millimeter arm.
Yeah,
Tommy
did a good job with that frame.
Yeah, it's pretty good. It's sitting right there. I just got done. Oh, it's over there. I just got done finishing some prints, but yeah, it's sitting back there.
Yeah, it's a good. Super Deluxe got it right. 6.25.
It's a beast. It flies really good. It's got very low resonance. I've been a long time Apex fan. Like I've loved the Apex frames, but I break too many motors with the Apex. And then I switched over to the Woodchuck FPV frames, and they're a good frame, but they're hard to building. There's not a lot of room, and they're hard to build in. But then when I tried building this, usually when you first build in a frame for the first time, it's like takes a little while to figure it out. None of that. Yeah. It was just super easy. There's so much room. It just makes sense. Like everything makes sense on that quad. It's just I'm definitely going to be buying another couple of those frames. They're worth it. Yeah, they're definitely worth it.
That'd be kind of cool to see if he came out with different size frames instead of just
I don't think he's a 5-inch flyer, so he's gonna fly what he wants to fly.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Yeah. So I mean, he got it right. They got it right. Like Tommy did an amazing job. And here's another cool thing about that top mount. It's a 30 by 30 top mount, so it makes it really easy to design GoPro mounts. Like it's 30 by 30. You can't mess that up. Nice. I wish every frame needs to have the same top plate like that. It's 30 by 30. How can you mess that up? And it works with his old frame. So if you want to take the GoPro mount or find a GoPro mount, you just go from the old frame to this frame. It's easy.
Which you have, Mikey, right? You got Super Deluxe's old frame, correct?
Yeah, this one.
Yeah. Oh shit! I was wondering, you know what? I checked that the other day. That is damn, he's up to 20 G's on it already. That was quick.
Yeah, that was at that BQE, I believe. Yeah, I mean, that's a super solid. That's a
good frame too. Yeah.
Honestly, there's not a tremendous amount different between that and the new one. Just I think the way the legs lock in is just genius. It sort of borrows a little bit of how the Apex locks the frame in, but I think it's amazing. I love it.
It's a sturdy frame, dude.
Definitely sturdy. I haven't crashed it yet, but I'm sure we will.
It's definitely badass looking. I did notice that it was a little on the high side price wise compared to other frames.
But you get what you pay for. When everything is milled correctly, the average premium frame is $69. $69-$70 is the average premium frame.
Nice. Hey Kim. So Kimmy's in here.
Yeah. It's not that far off.
Yeah, but if you factor in the little things that Tommy did right and all the little extras they include in it, and the fact that you're probably not going to break it, I mean, it's almost worth it. I mean, you got people like they'll spend $25 on, let's say, a Source One, and they're going to break it, and then they're going to have. I look at like from a perspective of how much time I'm going to have to spend fixing it. If I don't have to fix it and it flies great, that's worth the money.
Absolutely.
I mean, you can't take this money with you when you die, anyway. So.
Exactly. It's just money. It's just money, guys.
You can make more back. You can always make more money back.
Absolutely. It's just money.
I still have this little bastard. I haven't broken it yet. I fly the shit out of it.
Is that the 3-inch?
That's the one you gave him.
That's the Apex. Yeah, I still have it.
Yeah, that was a fun little build.
It is.
Yeah. Search just build one, Ken.
Did he?
Yeah,
it's a finicky bit. It's a finicky little build, but like if you get the components right, I think it like flies really well. It's a fun build, you know.
Yes, he likes it.
Yeah, all in all, frames, dude. This whatever. I try not to break them anyway. That Nazgul's got pretty thick arms, and I broke that fucking shit. So I could probably break anything.
I just built another Apex DC, and I took it out for my first flight, and after landing, I was like, man, I'm getting some weird oscillations. And when I turned it over, I noticed one of the shoulder bolts completely sheared off. I've never had that happen before.
Oof.
Never had that happen before. Sheared off.
Speaking of Demibot, this frame, this custom freaking paint job, Super. I'm going to show this real quick.
Oh yeah, this is good. From Kim?
No, from Super Deluxe. The paint job on his Demibot frame.
His too is cool.
It looks cool as shit.
Mm-hmm.
Kim
did hers purple.
Yeah, Kim did hers like a bluish purple to match her car. But he sprayed it all different, freaking tagged the shit out of the damn thing. But it looks cool as shit when it's, under the right light.
That is cool.
Paint splatter. That looks cool.
He nailed it.
Yeah, that looks dope.
Yeah,
it's cool as shit. I mean, just like when he throws it under the blue light.
Mm-hmm. That had to take a lot of time to do.
Oh,
it's fucking awesome, bro. Yeah, it looks good.
Dude, you can spot that thing too. If you crash it, you can spot it right away. All those light colors.
That is really nice.
It came out nice. It came out really nice.
Looks good.
Mm-hmm. The shit you can do these days with these things, huh? Yeah, people have been doing that a lot, painting their frames. I've never
all those holes though that you got to get in there, and none of them are threaded. At least that's something.
No, because now they got press nuts that go in there that just pop right in the hole.
Yeah, and the press nuts are like really like low profile. That's one of the problems I have with my my wasps. The press nuts sit like really high, so you got to be really careful. When I first started building one, I'm like, I wasn't thinking about it, and I must have had the ESC touch in the press nuts. Plug a battery in, whap, fried a whole ESC. I was like, oh shit! And back to the drawing. I was like, I guess I'll have to pay attention to that. So that's the only bad thing about that.
Wow. So what do you got? What do you got coming up on the horizon there, Ken? What have you been besides 3D printing everybody? Just working hard, huh?
Yeah, just we're taking a break for a little bit. Taking a break for a little bit. I mean, it's sort of that lull in between things. So I'll take a little break for a little bit. Slow down. Probably like just do like one video a week. I'm definitely easing back on the Avada shit. I'm not over it. I'm over the people. Yeah. Like I'm just over the people. It's like God. It's like
by far the most dramatic fucking drone I've ever seen.
Yeah, I mean, I'm just people. I'm over the people. Like they get so into their feelings. I mean,
oh man.
I mean, like so into their feelings, and like pisses me off is when you like say something about like I'll tell you the person who pissed me off the most was 808 State. Like that pissed me off. Like I'm not gonna make any excuses for how I am ever. I am how I am. But I don't have any sympathy for people that are overly sensitive because I'm desensitized, I guess. And I'm like that. And it's not a persona. It's just how I am across the board. There's only 3 people on this earth that will ever get my sympathy. It's my wife. Well, 4 people now. My wife and my 3 daughters. That's it. Those are the only people that will ever get my sympathy at all ever, because anything else is always either fixable or there's an explanation. But I have zero sympathy for people. And like when you play stupid games, you win stupid prizes with drones.
Self-imposed problems. I have this much sympathy.
And then I realized like I was rebuttaling to him, after he said what he said, I rebutted, but I realized that nobody could see my rebuttal because he shadow banned me on his channel. And it was at that moment I was like, yeah, fuck this guy.
Oh yeah.
Fuck this guy.
I was like, what is the story about people banning people from their comments when they don't
it's immaturity, dude.
That's my point. It's like if you do something stupid and I call you out on it,
look at
don't ban me.
Patty, aren't you banned somewhere?
It's a thing, you know. It's like from a creator to creator perspective, like from a creator to creator perspective. I mean, I think that's stupid. Like that's a stupid idea to ban, like from like creator to creator. But there's some times where like somebody will leave like this stupid long comment, and it takes me like 15 minutes to read this comment and then process it and think about like, all right, is this guy an idiot? What are they saying? And then I think about it, and then I start typing a response. I'm like, you know what? Fuck this guy. I'm just gonna ban him. Fuck this guy. I'm not. It takes me 10 minutes to read the comment and like 2 seconds to just shadow ban him, so I never have to sit there and read, you know, another. Sometimes it's funny. Sometimes it's funny, but a lot of times you're just like, all right, enough's enough. Shut. Nobody gives a shit.
Hey, I block a lot of people just because I get tired of listening to them cry.
But I think that's the only
I get tired
time.
of hearing it.
That's the only time. That's the only time.
I got Paul blocked me immediately because I didn't agree with his cop situation. I wasn't. Right. I didn't agree with it. I didn't support it, and he fucking blocked me immediately. Threw me out of his Facebook group, blocked me on his YouTube channel. I'm like, fuck this, and whatever. It is what it is.
You ready to see Ken get pissed off? Okay, you ready to be pissed off? have you seen?
It just happens that quick.
You see drone cams acting like he's got a 03 air unit?
I sent you the fucking screenshot.
Oh, I didn't see that.
Oh, he's acting like he has one?
Yeah, well, he's acting like he's got an 03 air unit.
How is
the air unit is here? He says shit like that, dude. Maddie sent me a picture of it. And I'm
I was surprised. I was surprised.
I can tell you this right now. If he had an 03 air unit and it was provided by DJI,
he wouldn't be saying.
He would not be saying anything, because if he read
NDAs, man,
if he read an NDA, the NDA states that you cannot directly or indirectly discuss any of the specifics on the air unit. I could just tell you for a fact that whole release is likely very, very limited. You know, to probably a select few people.
Yep.
Like realistically. But I can tell you that if he did get in on it and he's talking about it, it'd be the last time that he's in a release with them.
Right.
All right. So
I mean, I don't think he is, though, because if you look at the numbers, like for as large of a channel as he is, if you look at the numbers, and I'm not being a dickhead to Justin,
his watch time is horrible.
But if you look at the watch time, you look at the views, you look at everything that a big company cares about when it comes to marketing. He's not doing very well from a marketing standpoint. Like they're not gonna. There's no influence. So why would they like, you know what I mean?
This is why an influence word.
This is why
I have to say that because like that's the fact.
I ran into this, and then this is what threw me off. And I saw this. It came up on my news feed, and I said, wait a minute. If he does have
what's
one,
that a picture of?
But that's what I couldn't figure out. That's what I was like. That does not.
Let me see it again.
I have it up right now.
Blow it up.
On the screen. It's on the screen.
I'm gonna hide this. Let me move this. There's the picture he posted.
And he covers it with his finger too.
Isn't that the Avada camera? I mean, what the fuck is he doing?
That doesn't look right.
That looks like a camera.
So that's what I was. The first thing I thought is, why is he showing this?
Yeah, it looks like a gimbal.
Yeah, this is a gimbal.
I just wanted to double check.
Yeah. Just wanted to double check.
Oh, it looks like the Avada gimbal.
It looks like
it looks like the Avada gimbal to me.
Yeah,
it does.
It looks like the Avada gimbal.
But
yeah.
I don't know. Like, I don't know why he would be saying that. Like
that's what threw me off. Is when I saw that, I said, "What? Why would he do that?" That made me think he was in a bit of desperation. But that's just my opinion. That's my opinion. I don't watch the guy, but I'm, you know.
Well, I am now. That's got me curious. So I'm just gonna ask my reps and be like, "Hey, are we supposed to be talking about this type of shit?"
Good question. You know.
Yeah.
I mean, he put it out there for all of YouTube to see. You know.
Yeah. He's just. You know,
I don't. I feel like it's a click grab. I feel like it's a click grab. The
probably.
photo's very, very blurry. And if I didn't
Right.
know any better, it looked like he took a photo of a screen.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, but like he says, testing starts today. Thanks for. I don't know. I'm just gonna fucking throw him out there and ask the people like, because I'm that type of asshole.
Well, because
Fuck mode.
Super
Fuck
Deluxe
mode,
said
Ken.
it does look. The camera itself has that kind of shell around it, and it does kind of look like it's in the front end of a frame. Because you can see a GoPro mount on the top of that picture. If you look at it again, I'll pull it up again.
Maybe somebody who does have it sent it to him.
I don't know. He may have gotten one.
Maybe.
He may have gotten it. Who knows? I mean,
anything's
I don't
possible.
Know. He does have a lot of
he's
subs.
Been doing so much. He's been doing so much testing with the Avada. They might have taken notice.
Yeah, you never know. But if you look, there is. See that's a GoPro. That's a GoPro mount right there.
Yeah, that is a GoPro mount, and that's a. It looks like on the frame there. That's a metal. That's a metal frame. That ain't gonna work.
So maybe he does. So maybe he does have it, but what like I said, what threw me off is why is he?
Yeah, but all right,
this was like 3 days ago.
Let's put it like this. Even if he had it, and he obtained it, let's say, not through DJI, how are you going to activate it?
Yeah, it does have to be.
How are you going to activate it?
Yeah, good point.
You couldn't activate it because I can tell you from previous, like the Avada, if I got the Avada and I wanted to fly the Avada, guess what? I wouldn't have been able to fly the Avada because they give you a very specific DJI assistant that you have to plug the Avada into to update it. Furthermore, if I wanted to fly the Avada with like the RC2, I couldn't because the RC2 would have had to been updated to the firmware and your account would have to be whitelisted with DJI. I'm just saying from that side of life, your account would have to be like at least from previous releases, you have to be whitelisted. I don't believe he has it because just showing that photo like that is, if he had an NDA, it's a clear violation. Now, with that being said, he does work with manufacturers. He does work with manufacturers like iFlight. So if he got the air unit, by the means of a manufacturer, like let's say iFlight or HDLRC, which they're going to try to do the best they can to get quads outfitted and already on OcuSync 3 or whatever they're potentially going to put out. So that way they can sell quads. And obviously they're all in Shenzhen, so they're all going to be working together. But even still, I would gather that third-party manufacturers would still have to abide by any sort of NDA regulation that DJI put out. Because if DJI is going to front them air units, then they would still have to abide and say, hey, we're going to give you this product, but you're going to be under NDA. Now,
the same NDA that you would get.
Right. Yeah. Now, if they didn't, shame on them for not putting that out because it just makes it. But that just like shit like that, like I wait till release day. Like I had the Avada for like a month and a half and I never said shit, didn't post, didn't taunt, nothing. I just waited till the release day because that whole debacle with the Mini 3 pissed me off when that guy was like leaking all that
DMs.
Shit. Yeah, that's just like,
God, man.
You know,
what was his name?
DM Productions, Darren.
Yeah.
Yep.
My thing is like, if you're so desperate for views and attention, like you're gonna burn a bridge. Like you're gonna burn a bridge because these companies are gonna remember that the people who don't burn their bridges or at least abide by whatever. Yeah, right. That listen to what, and they're gonna send things to them. They may not, you may not agree with like their product when it launches, but you'll at least, I don't know. That's my thought.
Plus, it locks up a future. It locks up a future with the company.
Yeah, but NDAs are completely one-sided for the company, and if you violate it, it could even spell out in the NDA what the consequences will be.
Oh yeah,
I will tell you. Like, let's say if I would have violated the NDA for the instance of the Avada, for instance, or the Enterprise. I read those front to back, and I had my lawyer read it front to back, and it would have cost me $5,000 if I would have violated the NDA.
Crazy.
Like I'm signing that. Hey, if I give any information willingly, like if I willingly, so that's also in that contract, is that willingly, the word willingly.
Right.
If I willingly provide information before the embargo, I'm subject to a $5,000 fine. However, if you accidentally leak something, let's say if like there was, I don't know, I had the Avada back in one of my videos, or like, let's say a box with air unit and I just forgot it there. That's different. Like Nurk did that. Remember with the FPV drone?
Yep.
Nurk accidentally had it in there, and then he realized it was in there and he had to pull the video out and blur it. So, or like for instance, Peter McKinning with the I think it was the Action 2. The Action 2 accidentally was on the table, and so I mean, those are accidental things that they account for that are the NDA will forgive you. But what he just did, if he is that he willingly provided that information.
Yeah. Yeah.
So it just makes you look. It just makes you look desperate. It just makes you look desperate.
It does. That's the first
number
thing I thought
two. And number two, the other thing that just kills me with that. Oh, maybe it was not that. He starts off with thanks for subscribing. Go cuck yourself, dude. Like seriously, God, I hate that. I should release all the fucking messages that dude sent me after the live stream went over. Like, God, it would absolutely bury the guy. Absolutely bury the guy. I should release the Instagram messages, because when I realized what was happening, like the day I woke up after the live stream, I noted like he started deleting messages or unsending, and I was like, fuck, I'm like screenshotting all the messages, screenshotting. So I'm like, no. He's like, you're ruthless. I wasn't up until that point, but okay. I could make a whole video of the text messages of what he really cares about. And it's not his audience. I promise you that.
Nobody watches this fucking channel anyways. I'm good. You can say whatever the fuck you want on this channel. Nobody cares. I don't know. I stopped watching him after he started his videos with, hey, all 182 subscribers out there. I'm like, okay, everybody knows how many fucking subs you got, bro. You don't have to announce it every video. Just gets annoying. It does.
Yeah. And he pimps his girlfriend out. I like that one too. He's pimping his girlfriend.
I noticed that with some of the thumbnails, and I'm like, you watch the video, because I'm not gonna lie, a couple of times I saw a quad and this girl's holding the quad, and I would go fucking watch the video. I'm like, where's the girl? This is false. This is false advertising. She'd be in a bathing suit holding this quad up, and I'm like, I'm like, all right, I want to watch the video of the girl in the bathing suit flying the drone. Where's the girl?
And never see her again.
Never there. Never again.
Yeah, fucking asshole. I hate that shit.
It was never there.
Desperation, man. I guess. I mean, how far do you go? I don't know.
I don't know. I can't sink that low with that, man. But God, kudos for him for being able to do that, I guess.
Well, the channels that really show are the ones that stay, like you say, stay original, bro. Stay who you are. Be real. Don't sugarcoat shit.
I mean,
that's what people like.
Show, I don't know. I just thought that was the thing. But I used to watch his stuff like a long time ago. Like a long time ago when I first started, I was like, it was pretty good. But I think as more people started flying drones and more channels started becoming like, it was getting oversaturated, I think you can start seeing like some of the OGs, like the older channels, they would get desperate. But like guys like Aldrin, they'll never do that because they don't need to. They're just too good.
Need to.
They're just too good.
Nope. Billy, they run their program.
They just head down, run their program. Run their program.
All the big channels like Flossie, all the guys, they've been doing the same thing for 10 fucking years.
I gotta give it to you, Ken, for you being real and the way you are on camera, and your fucking numbers have skyrocketed in the past year, dude.
Not really. No,
they look like it to me. They look like the sub count and everything has gone up quite a bit.
They're pretty much linear. If I didn't curse or do like have live stream meltdowns or just be me, I would probably grow a lot faster, but. because I have like periodic meltdowns, and just don't know how to keep my I don't know. I don't know how to mind my own business, I guess.
It's the Italian in you, okay?
Periodic is,
We'll blame it on the Italian.
Yeah, there you
We'll
go.
blame it on the Italian.
There you go.
Italian's fault.
periodic, is that weekly?
Periodic. Well, periodic could be weekly. I will say
It only takes one fucking person. It only takes one fucking
Usually
person.
monthly.
we did good. We did good this week. We
Yeah,
did
you
good
did.
this week.
You know, I commented to you on that. That was probably your best, most informative show ever.
Oh, the last one you did?
Yeah.
Oh,
Yo, those
last
guys
one?
were
I
good.
loved it.
Those guys were
fucking
good.
awesome.
Yeah,
Those
And the
guys
after
were
party
awesome.
was awesome. I like the after party.
45-minute after
Yeah.
party. It was awesome.
Yeah, but you know what? Those guys, and they were all about it. Like they
they
could have just said, "Oh, we're just gonna go," whatever. And now they wanted to just hang out. Like Bobby, he's super busy, and so is Divvy. He could have just whatever. They were all good guys. Jeff had a whole thing of margaritas still left. He was still trying to chug that
In this 3D printer.
Jeff is
in his
hilarious.
3D printer. Yeah, in his 3D printer.
Nah, it was a really good show.
hilarious.
Ken.
He's such a good guy. Those guys are so
Jeff,
oh
right.
man, Jeff Clemente, dude, such a good guy.
Jeff
Lon's
Clemente.
met him. John,
Oh yeah, I've hung out with
you
all
met
those
him.
guys, dude. Bobby's hilarious.
Yeah,
Bobby's
you told me about-
hilarious, dude.
Tell me about them. Those are the guys you were hanging with in
yeah.
Vegas,
Oh
right?
man,
Oh,
basically 2 months in a row. Lon was with me the last time. The first night Lon met them, they called me up. We're driving. We're going to dinner. We're going to go to dinner. We're going to do sushi at the Bellagio.
No boy.
And Lon was not about the sushi, but I was talking him into it. I was like, "Come on, dude, it's gonna be great." We get a call like we're almost there, and it was Adrian. He's like, "Hey, we're all at Smith and Wolanski at Venetian. You got to come through." I'm like, "I don't know if I can come through, dude. I've got like 4 or 5 people with me." It was Billy, Lon, myself, and my business partner, and they just they pulled up chairs and everything. Have a seat. We pull out our wallets at the end of the meal. They're like, no, this is on Skybrowse. They wouldn't even let us. They wouldn't even let us
over it.
Wouldn't even let us play. Yeah, they were fighting over a bill. Like
They're
they wouldn't
fighting
even
over
let
the-
us pay. I was like,
then what we
okay.
do after that?
Didn't you throw a fucking
We're not going to
acid?
talk about that.
Oh,
Well,
no.
we went to
Oh,
the,
yeah,
we
we're
went to
not gonna
cigar,
talk
we went
about
to
that.
cigar bar. We can talk
No,
about
that wasn't that night. That wasn't that.
No, that
night.
was the next night, wasn't it?
That was the next night. Then we had a meltdown. We had the Virgin Hotel meltdown.
Green
Yeah,
door.
yeah, that was hilarious.
That was a mess
But,
too.
So Smith and Wolanski, if you've never been there, don't walk in there if you're not prepared to pay $100 for your meal.
Yeah.
minimum. That's getting in the door.
What's the name of the place?
Smith and Wolanski. It's
Yeah.
it's
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 like
Write
a
that
Ruth
down,
Chris.
Maddie. Don't ever
It's
go
like
there.
Ruth Chris.
Steakhouse type
It's like
place.
Ruth Chris.
Yeah.
Yeah. You walk in the door, have $100 bill, and you're ready to spend.
I mean,
Otherwise,
we
don't
were
even show
probably
up. Don't
we were
even go.
probably about to spend that on sushi though, to be quite honest. Like
Oh, that's
just
true.
because, but Zach was like, "Oh, DroneWorks has got it." I was like, "Oh, okay." For sushi, I don't want sushi. I didn't want sushi.
Zach
I
was
was going-
about it. You know.
Zach was all about the sushi, but yeah, I didn't want sushi. But because it's got Pop Rocks on it, that's what it. That's why he wanted it. It's got Pop Rocks on sushi. He was all
I'm
about
going,
that.
what? I can go to the local store, the grocery store, and get sushi on Wednesday. Big tray for $5. You get a little packet of Pop Rocks for another $1, and you sprinkle it on there. $6. He's going to Bellagio and paying like $50 for 4 rolls or whatever. For
Yeah, you're in Vegas,
for,
man. Eat something different, right? Like try something
Yeah.
you've never done before. I've never been to Vegas, so I wouldn't fucking know.
Oh, dude, Caesar's buffet. That's that. You know, if I'm
Never
Caesar's
been there.
buffet. Crab, Alaskan king crab, and prime rib, baby.
No, I don't think they have king crab. They didn't have king crab, or they raised the price because they said they closed king crab season. Did you hear that?
Yeah. The
Yes.
population has tumbled like 80 or 90%.
That's on Deadliest Catch.
Really?
Yeah,
closed king crab.
they
Yeah.
closed. They
Saw
closed
that.
king crab season.
Yeah, man.
Oh, wow.
Well, still prime rib though.
Prime rib was good. We found this really this place like way off strip. Prime rib
Way
was
off
like
strip.
$30 or something. It was cheap.
Yeah, it was
I think it was
$30,
$30.
I believe.
Prime
Cut it
rib
with
was
the
good.
fork.
Yeah, it was
Cut it
good.
with a fork.
That was the last night. That was the last night we were there. We're going back. We're going back there when we go to CES though.
Yep,
CES is
January.
when
Oh,
now?
shit.
In January?
Shit. Yeah,
January.
I got to make sure I register Lon. He's
Yeah,
gonna be
dude.
my cameraman. I still got to
Lon,
do
you're
that.
going?
Oh yeah, I'm going. I already bought
Yeah.
my tickets and shit.
Yeah.
Yep.
Damn,
Got
that'd
the
be
rental
fun.
car. Ken doesn't think we should need a rental car, but I'm like, I'd rather
telling-
have
I'm-
it not need it than need it not have it.
The last 2 times we were in Vegas, we rented a rental car. We had a rental car, and it worked out awesome. Like I never rent a car when I'm in Vegas, but we actually saved money. We saved money.
Yep.
Yeah.
But so he rented a car for CES, and I think it's a really bad idea because man, CES is swamped.
Huge,
But
huge. Yeah.
yeah,
CES
it's
is
swamped.
in Vegas, right?
CES in the car.
Is CES in Vegas?
Yeah, it's in
Yeah.
Vegas.
It's
Yeah.
in Vegas.
Yeah, we're going to Vegas. Yeah. I rented the car for when we're not at CES. You're not in CES 24/7.
Oh, okay.
right?
Yeah, as long as we're not going like down
Yes.
towards the convention center, we'll Uber or something to the convention center. But I'm not.
Yeah.
I'm
Damn,
not
it gets
gonna
that
try to
crazy,
drive.
huh? That crowded?
Oh,
yeah.
dude, it's
Oh,
bad.
yeah.
Oh,
It's
Yeah.
bad.
Shit, that would be fun.
I haven't been to CES in 10 years, I bet you. But last time I was there was a madhouse. It's fucking
Yeah,
nuts.
it's still pretty busy. And last year was dead. There was nobody because it was the
COVID.
they were like
Yeah.
they were still like on the fence on whether or not they were going to actually have CES. So some of the vendors pulled out, some of the vendors stayed, and then there was like half put together like displays, like just in the middle of the floor. Like LG
Yeah.
started to put it together, and they were just like, we're gonna pull out
Yeah.
and just left.
Well, China didn't show up, right? Because China was still in a lockdown. Right?
They still are.
Yeah, they have like
DJI
weird-
wasn't there.
weird-
Autel wasn't there. Them guys.
No,
Yeah.
DJI's never there though. They are, but they're
DJI's
not.
never
They
there.
have
No.
they have representatives there. They have
Yeah,
like
like-
drone,
Oh, okay.
drone nerds. Yeah.
Yeah,
I
drone
had a
nerds
DJI
was
rep at Best Buy take a picture of me the other day.
For what?
Aw.
I was buying an Avada, and there was another guy in there buying another drone. I think he was buying the Mini 3 Pro, and the guy behind us in line was a DJI rep. So he's like, "Oh, I got to take a picture of you guys," and he wanted to put it in there so he could show his boss and whatnot.
Yeah. There you go.
They sold 2 drones, boss.
Right, exactly. He's like, "Yeah, look what I did."
Hey, speaking of DJI, what about that Mavic 3, huh?
Yeah.
What
Uh-oh.
about the Mavic 3? We
Which
were
one?
talking about it.
The
classic?
classic.
The hate's already starting.
Oh God, I can only fucking imagine.
The hate's
But
already
why?
starting.
But I don't understand why people would be upset about it. Like
I
it's
spent
the
money on a
sa-
Mavic 3, and now they made
Yeah,
a cheaper
but
one. This is
but that's
bullshit.
like, but come
Of a
on,
year ago,
Come on.
son.
that's like me being mad that this year they released an iPhone 14. You know, every year they're going to release
yeah,
a
it's
new.
gonna
You know what I mean?
happen.
It's like, so
Yeah.
if I'm going to be mad, well, maybe I should have waited before I bought my last phone or whatever the case is. To buy, like, if you're going to wait, I've said it all the time. If you're going to wait, you're always going to wait. You're always
Yeah.
going to
You'll
wait.
always
You'll,
be
al-
waiting.
you'll always be waiting. You'll always be waiting.
There's always going to be another drone. There's always going
Yeah.
to be another phone, TV, car.
And
Whatever,
it's funny.
man.
It's funny though. They
Always.
released that, and now I'll tell like so. I got an email like the V3
V3,
Evo 2 is going to be in my hand next week, and I was like reviewing the same drone from like 2-3
What has
years ago.
changed besides the chip?
They made a subtle body change. They gave it a new RC, and then it's got a new chip, a new transmission.
Yeah.
New transmission. So supposedly it's
zoom.
better.
If
Supposedly,
you believe that whatever you're buying now that was just released is the latest and greatest, you're wrong. Because by the time it hits market, by the time marketing people get done with it, the R&D is already working on the next generation or the one beyond
I would
that.
I would say before, like as soon as it gets into a finalization state, they probably already have the next thing in
Yeah.
development.
Yeah.
You know,
Right.
and starting to test it. I firmly believe that's how it works.
So it's
They're
always
prototyping
yeah.
the Mavic 4 right now. I promise you.
Probably.
Oh, I'm
They're
sure.
prototyping the Mavic 4 right now.
I'm shocked we haven't seen the Inspire, considering how much it actually leaked.
Yeah,
I mean,
that's a
I'm
good
beginning
question.
to
We've
think
seen a
at
lot of
this
pictures
point.
on it.
I'm beginning to think at this point it's not going to be something that's released till next year.
Yeah.
Like
They're
we're
trying
already in peak holiday season.
Yep.
Pretty much like as soon as the first of the month starts, that's going to be peak holiday season. You're not going to release a $4,000 or $5,000 drone and expect it to ship before the holidays. They probably don't want to do that. They'll probably do it like maybe February or January thing. Like
That's probably one of those drones. They're not worried about the holidays, anyways. With the price,
right.
point
They're
and
definitely
enterprise
definitely
level.
not.
Yeah,
They're
they don't give a shit
definitely
about the
not.
holidays.
If they're smart, they're going to release it right around your income tax refund time.
Yeah.
Right.
Well, maybe
April, like
that's not a
April,
consumer
May.
phone
But
anyway, though.
historically, they have released the drone around income tax time.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
A lot of
Yeah, I don't know,
companies
first
have done
January.
that
Yep. Yep.
historically.
Yeah,
I like the
Inspire
idea
3.
of the Mavic 3 Classic. I like the idea of it. The lower price point without
Really?
the
You've never
I-
said that, Maddie.
No, never.
Yeah, I know, right?
Well, I want it to be a go-to. I want it to be the go-to. Dude, don't get me wrong. I love the shit out of my Air 2S, but I would
Right.
love to have that
You know-
Classic as a go-to.
But everybody who owns the current Mavic 3 has said that they would buy the Mavic 3 because of the zoom over the
Right.
Classic.
Right.
See, I
Really?
never really used
Yeah.
the zoom that much though.
Me either.
I never
I've never used
found it. I'm curious though what they stripped out of the Classic to get it down to that point, because I can't believe that
It's just
just
the camera.
removing the zoom would be enough. Like I was sort of wondering, like, oh, would you remove Hasselblad's name off of it, because then there's
There's
money
no
that you
Hasselblad.
See now,
there's no Hasselblad.
see,
They
but
don't
when you
have
look at
Hasselblad,
the
though.
but when you look at the pictures that were leaked on
But were they
Twitter,
real
and-
though? How it's super easy to Photoshop a sensor. You know what I mean?
Yeah, true. Because there is no H on the email that we got.
There's no Hasselblad.
Right.
in there, I
That's what I'm
guarantee
saying.
you.
When you look at that email, it doesn't look like there's a Hasselblad,
No.
logo on the email. So that's what makes me believe that maybe they remove the Hasselblad color, or we'll say color.
The
Remove the
HNCS.
remove the Hasselblad name or the endorsement, so that way they can again get down to that price point. What else would you remove? Honestly, okay, you remove the zoom, you remove Hasselblad. I can't even think of like what else. Maybe you do something with obstacle avoidance. I don't know. Like I don't know what you do.
Doesn't that
No,
main
you wouldn't.
camera still zoom though?
Yeah,
Yeah,
you
3
can
times.
use digital zoom. Yeah, you
Yeah,
can use
it's
digital zoom.
digital.
But it's not optical.
And I use that actually sometimes, the digital
do.
or the
Yeah.
optical zoom or the digital zoom I should do. I do it like 2 times if I need a little bit to
Right,
punch in
just
a little bit.
more.
Just enough to
I'll
where
do
it doesn't pixelate the quality of the video. Or
I don't
picture,
use that second lens though at all ever. Like not all at all.
The bottom
There's just-
line is scale. It's called scale. You know what I mean? When you come out with a new product, you got die fees, you got
the molds, yeah.
prototyping, you got research and development, you got to recoup. You have yada 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 yada. You got all these expenses that you've put out that you have to recoup. And once you've recouped that, now it's gravy. Okay, you've already got parts
ramen and a
suppliers
beer.
online. You've already got all your dies made. You got all your parts are in place.
Yeah.
The
So,
molds. Yeah,
you
the
know,
plastic molds. Yeah.
you got the molds, you got everything. So
The only thing they're really
basically,
changing
at
is the camera. Is the camera form?
Yep.
The camera itself, the shape.
If you know Hasselblad, they're not cheap.
no,
Well,
no.
well, if I'm not mistaken,
Right.
they own Hasselblad.
They own a deciding share of
Yeah, a
Hasselblad.
portion.
Okay, so
Yeah,
they still have to pay
30% or
royalty.
51% or whatever it is. They own
Right, right.
they own a percentage of
Okay.
Hasselblad. Yeah,
It's
yeah,
still
yeah.
a high quality camera.
All right.
Oh yeah, I just got rid of my X1D a while back.
So
But anyway,
what type of pictures we talking about getting out of there if they remove the Hasselblad?
I bet you
Polaroid.
to the average consumer, you wouldn't know.
You won't tell. The
You
difference.
wouldn't notice a difference. And if you're somebody who shoots in D-Log, you're not taking advantage of the Hasselblad color anyways. And if you're taking photos and you're using RAW, you're not taking advantage of the Hasselblad color anyhow. So
That's true.
I mean, I think for the vast majority of people, they will know nothing's different.
Nope.
They won't notice anything different. And
The
I can
DJ
tell you, I wouldn't notice anything different either.
I think.
It's
And
gonna
I
have Air 2S color.
As
basically.
far as I'm concerned, DJI, the Air 2S is spot on, and I shoot all that shit in auto, and I don't see much of a difference. But the quality of it is above others. So
well, if
coming
you're
out
happy
a
with
camera
that,
like
you'll be happy with the Mavic 3 Classic.
Exactly.
Yeah,
You don't.
bottom line.
Somebody like me at that point, like I don't shoot like Ken does, where I'm not into the whole pixel peeping shit. I'm just not a fucking photographer. It's just I'm not. So for me, the Hasselblad wouldn't mean a damn thing to me. But
and the Hasselblad didn't mean much to myself either. Like when I first got it, the only time I ever used the Hasselblad was at night, because they did that stupid thing where the ISOs were locked at 400 and 800 in D-Log, and I was like, well, that's sort of weird. But at night, that's when I switch over to the standard color profile, and I just use that. But even still, like you couldn't You can't tell the difference. Like nobody's gonna know.
No.
I mean,
No.
color science is so subjective. It's like that whole argument between like Sony and Canon and Fuji, like
Nano Plus Mini 3.
Yeah. What one person sees, another person's like, oh, I love that, you know? So it's like color is so subjective to the individual person. It's no point in even arguing it.
So do you
Really
think they're
isn't.
going to have the 3 Classic as a standalone without an RC with it?
I mean, they may. Who knows? But then again, I don't think they will because they can't even get like standalone RCs for the freaking Avada out for people right now.
Yeah.
like
True.
I mean, that is probably like my number one angry comment when I read my emails in the morning is like, when are you going to have the Avada RC in stock? I'm like, I wish.
I was shocked that they even released without one. That was
Are
kind of
available?
a shocker.
It's almost like they didn't have stock
They're not
available,
available.
or they
Yeah.
it's almost like they didn't have stock available. I don't know what they're thinking, to be honest with you. And it didn't resonate with me at first because I already had the RC, so I didn't really like.
I have a theory.
What's that?
They can't get the chips.
You think that's what it is?
Probably.
I mean, if we're gonna get political, the chips are made in Taiwan, and it could be an issue.
Or maybe they're coming out with a version 2 of a new RC.
I mean,
Let me debunk that real quick.
General Motors has
They're
what?
getting all the rest
50,000?
of the chips. They're getting all
what?
the rest of the chips. They're getting all the rest of the chips.
Well, what's their source for that particular chip?
That makes sense, though.
Yeah, true.
Could be the RC link.
never know.
It could be.
It's an
Something
03
specific
chip.
on that chip. Yeah.
It's the
Why
it's
does
the
General
P1
Motors
chip.
have 50,000 cars sitting on a lot without the chips and they can't move it?
Beats me because I got
Yeah,
my
me
Dodge.
too.
I strolled in and picked it up.
Although you
Oh,
never
yeah.
know.
Hey,
Yeah.
Ken got a Dodge too. Just bought a new
Mopar,
car.
baby, Mopar. But
Mopar, no car, bitches.
but to that point though, like last year, December, I was told by Dodge that my Jeep, my JL would have been sitting on the lot for like 5 months or whatever while they waited for this Bosch fuel pump, whatever. So I mean, anything's possible. We don't know what the supply,
We don't know.
what the supply chain is, but like that was weird. Like when they told me it was going to be like 6 months for a high pressure fuel pump, I was like, what?
Right.
I've never heard of that.
That's
like
wild.
5 months. But I think they're getting the supply issues fixed. At least automotive wise, they're getting it fixed. But maybe not for GM. They're not. I don't know.
It's
Depends on
hard
what
to say
chip they're
Ford
using.
too. We're still waiting on a work truck for me. I'm still trying to get a new work truck, and it's months out. So
It's weird, man. That's weird. I don't know, but they have like inventory though. I don't get it, man. Makes no sense.
How's that? How's that Avada flying with those Axis motors?
I mean, it flies fine. But here's the thing: the Avada is amazing for the first 50% of the battery. It's great for the first 50% of the battery. After it gets past 50%, you got a lot of voltage sag.
Yeah.
So you got to sort of do whatever you're going to do in that first 50%. Like you just got to know voltage sag is a real deal on that thing. Like I would love to see them maybe put out some different batteries, higher capacity. I don't know, but the voltage sag is something that's real. And honestly, putting those motors on only exemplified the voltage sag. I mean, you burn through that battery a lot faster.
Yeah.
A lot faster.
A lot more
Makes
power.
sense. Yeah, it makes sense.
I knew there was an issue with the washout in the beginning, but I didn't see it being a problem because I didn't think that that's the way it was supposed to be fucking flown in the first place, man.
But I mean, I haven't had that problem at all, and I mean, I just fly it like normal. Like my like if I grab any one of my whoops off the wall and do stupid shit like what I saw in the video, I can make it stumble. I can make it stumble.
Yep.
You know, it's gonna do it.
Well, that's usually what happens when you get somebody that tries to fly it like a DJI FPV drone. It's just not.
Oh no, like a freestyle.
Like
trying
a
to
freestyle.
freestyle a Cinewhoop.
Yeah. Wow.
So the
I tell
Avada's
you what,
also
though.
meant to be flown inside, right?
You can
So-
fly them inside. You can fly them inside. I flew it
Well,
inside.
what
a
hap-
lot of
what-
people when that came out, they were looking at it as the second edition. the DJI's FPV because we got the second edition to the.
That's what they went into thinking, and that's the way
so
they.
When they got a hold of it, like you said, they went out there. They were trying to rip it, but that's not what it was made for.
No,
Not what it's made for. So.
I feel like it's a third drone. I feel like it's a third drone. I mean, you've got cameras.
It's a whole different lineup.
Yeah.
You've got camera drones and you've got freestyle drones, quads. Yeah. And I feel like the Avada is in between both of those. You can't really, you shouldn't freestyle it. Can you? Sure. But you shouldn't. Yeah. And you shouldn't camera drone it either. It's got its own purpose.
Yeah. It's I mean, that's the best way to put it. It does a little bit of everything.
It's like it's like a surfer drone. You basically just.
What I was trying to bring up with flying it inside though is it has GPS. So
but it doesn't rely on the GPS during the day. Like that house I flew that in normal mode. I started outside, right? But when I got inside, what it did was it transitions over to the vision position sensors. And with those sensors, those cameras, they work until it's about 15 feet off the ground. So you got 15 feet. Once you're above 15 feet, then the GPS takes over.
Right. So if you're in a building that is getting a GPS signal in and out,
it's not going to affect.
It messes with the drone. Well, we had one of the guys from the Five Boroughs group was going to do a shoot with my son down at American Dream. He came in the afternoon and flew. He did a test flight. It was great. Came back when the event was starting up, and he was just supposed to do a flyby of the stage. It was a fashion show, and the drone started doing all kinds of wacky stuff. It was getting GPS, losing GPS. He had to land that he couldn't even do it because he had no control of it.
How high was he?
5 feet off the ground.
Yeah, weird. I had no problems with it.
Yeah,
and I can say that like with confidence because, I mean, I have SWAT teams that are using it to like just sort of clear like they've done it in like school situations, clear schools, and I mean they're going down hallways and metal roofs, and there's no GPS.
It was a little dark.
Well, if it's dark dark. So if it's dark and the vision position sensors can't see the bottom, then that will be the reason why it's going to rely.
Or variable light. If there's a lot of variable light going on, like flashes
video?
And lights, flashing lights.
Yeah, there was a lot of flashing.
I think it was Bubby and them guys that did that indoor test in that area that had all the black lights and shit. When
yeah.
That? And it was floating around and fucking hitting walls because it couldn't see a damn thing underneath.
Yeah, I think that's something like what happened. But if it was in manual mode, it would have been fine.
Yeah, if you're in manual mode, you're gonna be fine. I mean, but I think a lot of people, the reason why they get this, because I've seen a lot of like fly-throughs in houses, is they want the idea of FPV, but they don't want to take the time to learn how to fly manually, which is funny because I still feel like flying manual on the Avada isn't like really flying manual. I think Ken said it best. He calls it whack-row, and he's right. He's right. He's right. There's like some sort of, I don't know, I feel it like there's some sort of assistance there. I can't explain it, like you're not fully in control almost. Like there's something keeping the quad still like super level. I don't know. It's weird. It's whack-row. I mean, it's whack-row.
Yeah, I've never understood that because you can get a Mini 3 Pro and throw prop guards on it and fly it indoors all you want.
Yeah, of course.
I'll fire up my Mavic 3 right now and fly it around the house. I mean,
go for it. Let's see it.
Do it.
Do it.
Do it.
Do it, Lon.
Fly your
Listen some tits.
I've learned not to fly in
money. I only stunt for tits and money.
Just the
money, dude. For a bunch of dudes. No, I mean you really can though. It's not that hard. It's not a big deal. You can fly it around.
Yeah, I mean, if I'm gonna fly indoors, I'd probably throw up like a Squirt or maybe my Terraplane. I mean, those are what I typically will fly indoors. I actually built a really small Snapshot for indoor flight, and that thing's fantastic. But you only get like 3 minutes of flight. That's with a Hero 10 bones on there. But you only get 3 minutes. But it does amazing. So you just got to be super fast. Like whatever you're gonna get it quick.
Or
because
throw
you
in
got
some
3
of those
minutes.
speed ramp shots that you tend to do.
Yeah,
that
or
look pretty
throw in
cool.
some speed ramp, some speed ramps. Yeah,
And it looks
Yeah.
fucking cool when you're transitioning from like bedroom to bedroom, or
Mhm.
you're making some sort of turn. Putting that little speed ramp in there actually makes it look pretty cool.
yeah, but that flight was 7 minutes.
Was it that whole thing? The total
That whole
7
thing was
minutes?
7 minutes. But
Wow.
when you speed ramp it, you get it down to 2 minutes. That's
Yeah, I
why
would have
people
never
add the
guessed
speed
7
ramps.
minutes on that shot.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. With the snapshot, you gotta be a lot faster because you got 3 minutes basically, maybe 4 minutes if you're really killing that battery.
So Chris, Sunrise Water Media was asking, what happens if you're flying the Avada in manual mode and you lose connection? Will it return to home and hover?
So it depends how you have it set.
You should probably set it to hover. Don't let it to
set to
return
hover.
to home. Yeah.
Yeah,
That's hits the ceiling.
I learned my lesson.
Boy, Ken hearing that.
That's even
caught Ken
outdoors
hearing
too.
that.
Even outdoors, you should do that, because if you're under trees or some shit, or a bridge, or say you're over
Yeah.
fucking water and it decides it wants to go up, you're screwed.
The first week I had that, I was doing a house and I had it set to return to home, and I guess I ran the battery down to like 20%. So it didn't even give me an option. It's just like, I'm gonna return to home. Well, I'm in this lady's living room and it just starts raising up in the living room. And I'm like, no. And I'm like, and there's a fan, and his fan is spinning, and I'm like trying to get it to go to the right of it. I'm pressing pause, but at that point it was like, fuck it, it's going straight up. So we had to like wait until it was just trying to go and go and go, and finally it ended up landing back down. But I was like, that's so stupid. It wouldn't let me cancel it. Nothing. It was
That's
stupid.
weird.
So I have a question about the future air units that we've got coming out. That's for anybody. Now, the new air units that are coming, the O3 air units, are going to be compatible with the V2s most likely, right? I would assume. Is there going to be that much difference in quality in the goggles with the new air unit camera? As
it should be equal to the Avada, because from what I've heard, on Drone DJ and all those clowns, it's the same sensor and everything as the Avada. So whatever you're seeing in the Avada, you should see basically in the air unit, right? I mean, you're using the same goggles, same camera, same transmission system.
But see, the goggles too, you're running,
right?
The goggles too are running OLED screens with different resolution.
Right.
Are you going to see a better resolution in the V2s, or are they already maxed out at where they're at now?
Well, you're going to see whatever the maximum they have. And that's a good point. I mean, you can only get what they got. You can put race fuel in your Toyota Tercel, but it's not going to be a drag race car. You know what I'm saying? You can only get out what it can handle.
These two goggles are fine though for many
people. I thought they were good too.
I love them.
Yeah,
I absolutely I love them. And to get the upgrade, the smaller form factor, that's nice and all, but from what I hear, a lot of people, they don't even fucking fit well, and plus they're having fogging issues. Are you still having fogging issues on yours?
So bother your nose, Ken?
I put it's still that's a different problem. I'm working on that. It still bothers my nose. It feels like they were designed for a flat face. Sort of
Mongolian. China.
I like them.
Sort of weird, but it's designed for a flat face. But I put diver spit, like they have a solution. It took 2 times of putting like a little bit of an application on there to stop the fogging. Now it doesn't happen anymore. But I float back and forth between my V2s, but because that foam is just so comfortable.
It is, right?
The foam is comfortable, man. And like those I can still see fine with the V1. And plus I have my ports for analog. I still have 2 analog quads that I use. And Foxier sent me a VTX I've been testing. So it's like I have the adapter where I can still fly, with that.
Oh, yeah.
And it's comfortable. Either that or I use the Fat Sharks. But I mean, it's still comfortable.
I've never tried the goggles 2 on. I don't know what the resolution looks like, the clarity, but I mean,
it's nice.
The V2s, when you're flying like a freestyle quad, seem perfectly sufficient for the normal person, I guess.
The foam is great on the regular goggles, but on the new goggles, they're so much lighter, at least in my opinion. They're a lot lighter.
Yeah, they are lighter, and it is nice to travel with them. Like I will say, to put the goggle and the RC like all in my bag, like I don't have to. There's no compromises. one of the things that sort of sucks with traveling with FPV stuff is you have compromises if you travel with a lot of gear.
Yeah.
With those smaller goggles, I was like, man, I missed that. There's no compromise. Like you just put whatever you need in there and you're in there. But
they just need to put out a new foam. I mean, I replaced the foam on the V2 goggles. I didn't like the V2 goggles either.
I'm really shocked,
I'm
man.
surprised we haven't seen any yet.
Usually newbie drones like right on that.
Somebody.
Yeah.
Nobody's shown any sign of life. And I don't know what that is. I don't know what that is, man. I don't know what that is,
It's
man.
a lockdown in China. China.
I don't know why
hey,
they
just for the
haven't
record
done it.
too. Yeah. You know what? On that FPV controller too, they're selling Avadas. No, wait a minute. No, you're right. Yeah.
What?
It's still not out. Yeah.
What's
It's
not
okay to
out?
buy the
Ken,
controller.
did you do the routing yet
controller.
with the WTOF yet on your goggles?
No, because I just don't give a shit about that. Like, I don't need all that.
No.
Like, I need the only thing I care about and my for my telemetry is I want battery, the average cell voltage, and the main voltage. But I fly KISS mostly, so I don't get that option either way. Like I wouldn't have any of that anyways. And KISS, if you fly it, I take that back because now it's FatTech. I haven't updated to FatTech. I'm still on the latest version of KISS before they switched over, but it shows all the main telemetry that you need. I got amp draw. I've got cell voltage. I mean, I got everything I need. So I don't want to flood my visuals with a bunch of bullshit. I'm not going to end up reading.
John Coopy made a good point today about that in the messenger chat because he's running iNav with the, he's got the GPS and all that shit. That's where you want to make that upgrade. But if you're just flying regular,
if you're flying iNav, it makes sense. Maybe on the Cinelifters, like on my Sicario, maybe. I upgraded that to iNav and it flies awesome. It does amazing. I may do it just because of the iNav.
Yeah,
just because of that.
I mean, you could do the upgrade and then just have your OSD set for that particular quad, and the rest of them just keep blank like you would normally fly it. So, I mean, I guess you could do that.
And I mean, I guess I don't know. I mean, I just need like the stuff for the GPS. That's all I really. That's all I care about.
Yeah. So. Damn. Well, we've been on for 2 hours straight, peeps, and we jumping. It's that time. Been 2 hours. Appreciate y'all showing up.
Great stream,
Jonathan,
Eddie.
Thanks, man. Jonathan, thanks for showing up, brothers. That was Jonathan.
Anytime.
Shit.
See you, Jonathan.
Ken, thanks for showing up, bro. Appreciate it, man.
Have a good night, everybody.
Have a good night, Ken. Everybody.
Tony, Ken, everybody in the chat. Everybody have a good night, and I may or may not go live tomorrow night. I'm not sure yet, but we will see. So, until then, later.
Peace.